Hello and welcome back to the 8th episode of the 71st Hour podcast. I am your host, Ben, and I am joined by my lovely co-host, Jamie.
Lovely.
Lovely co-host, Jamie. Yes, absolutely. And our other co-host and amazing technician, Nathan.
Wow. Wait, hold on. That's kind of fun.
And other co-host.
That's not right.
Shit.
How's it going, everyone?
Yeah, bro.
That's good.
Look, how you boys been?
Good, man.
Good?
Surviving?
Damn,
Yeah, no,
surviving.
Yeah,
That
rough
sounds
out
a
there.
bit too hard. Yeah, that sounds hard. No, I've been good.
Hey,
I've been good.
I have been surviving. I've not been having a good week. But
You've been sick.
I've been sick. Hasn't been good. We're doing this during the day, which is a little bit different. Like we usually do this at night, but now it's during the day.
Ready to see some light?
Yeah, bro.
Holy! The hand of God is outside.
Yeah, dude. No, but yeah, that's good. Look, you boys been doing well. Work's been
Yeah,
good.
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
It's
normal.
been okay. Same old, same old.
Same mode. Yeah, understandable. Look, this week has had some very interesting stuff happen for news. Some very, very interesting stuff happen. I think we'll start with the smaller stuff, and then we can move on to the bigger things.
Okay.
One, I think this one is kind of like small, and I think we'll just get out of the way. Is Suicide Squad got delayed? Yeah. Oh no, Suicide Squad. It got delayed. Oh no.
So I need to double check this because I don't even know if they officially have delayed it or not yet.
I
It
think
was
they
like
have,
a-
right? I'm pretty sure because I looked it up as soon as he said it, and I'm pretty sure it officially got delayed, and there's no release date.
Yeah,
no,
it's
release date.
reportedly delayed.
Oh, reportedly.
What does that even
Okay.
mean?
So it's
Yeah.
not even like I think it's still set. They still have the date as May, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's apparently like from Jason Schreier, who does all the reporting
Mhm.
for video games and is really good at his job. According to inside, on the inside of the development team. Yeah, it's just
Mhm.
it's not hitting May because of the backlash from the gameplay. that
Yeah,
we
I did
saw
see
a couple
that.
weeks ago.
Yeah, which understandable.
I mean, but to
think-
be fair, like, what could they possibly
whip
fix
up in a couple of
in
months.
like before the end of the year to
Yeah, bro.
release it and it not be a live service game? Like, it's still gonna be live
Yeah,
service. Like, it's still gonna be, I don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly think it's not gonna come out this year now.
No,
Like, this
I
delay
do not
won't
think.
be just like a delay into like September or October. It's gonna be like
It's getting
delayed
delayed
all
a
the
year,
way
I
out to
think.
like next year.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think it's gonna do well at all.
And I still think it ends up being a live service game at the end.
yes,
Like I don't see it, them shifting it and it being just like a normal single
Restart
player
development
game.
right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like just
just
completely
restart everything.
reboot. It's like, you know what? This is not. We've been working on this game for like what 8 years.
Mm.
Time to restart. Let's go
Yeah,
again.
time to restart. Start from the beginning. Yeah.
Also
look-
crazy that it's been 8 years since
Yeah.
Arkham Knight. So
Yeah.
they've been working on this for a while.
I really don't want to say we've already talked a lot about what we think about
We
this,
did, yeah, and it was not
yeah.
positive.
You're done with
and
it.
Yeah, so I think we're done with it. So
Not
yeah, I think we'll
surprising.
just wait.
Hopefully it ends up being great, but we'll
Mhm.
see.
Mhm.
Probably 2024 now.
Yeah.
we can move on from Suicide.
Next
Yeah.
news.
Next,
Just
now,
go through them quickly, just get them out of
do-
here. What are we doing
do-
next?
do we want to talk about the gameplay trailers and stuff like that, or do we want to
We'll
talk
smash
about...
through the rest of our quick hot
Yeah.
fix news, and then
Yeah,
we can
sounds
get
good.
onto our main topics.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so
This
we'll
is the
start with Mario
last
Kart.
8 days of gaming news.
Yeah, well,
that we
I
found
think
kind of interesting, maybe.
Sort of, kind of interesting. Yep.
Mario Kart or City Skylines? Which one do you want to start with? City Skylines? You wanna start with that?
Go to Mario Kart, dude.
Mario
I to be honest, I didn't see this announcement.
that yours,
I
Tim?
didn't
No,
see- I didn't know
neither
they
did
did this.
I. Did you, Nathan, see this announcement?
Yeah, I did. It came up on my
Oh,
YouTube
cool.
homepage.
Oh, awesome! Perfect.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah,
So give
yeah,
us-
So,
give us the rundown.
I mean, these look cool. Like, these
Yeah,
maps.
this is their 4th DLC pack, so there's 8 new courses.
Mhm.
From I think 4 of them are maybe new and 4 of them are old. I actually don't know what's what because yeah, there you go. This is from Mario Kart Tour. So yeah, some of them are old.
So for the mobile game. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also Birdo as a playable character. Birdo,
Oh,
the egg
goddamn.
spitting pink
Oh,
lady.
you know what? I did see
Yeah.
something about this because there were people saying that like on the home screen of like all the characters, there's like the character select screen, there's a bunch of question marks.
Ah,
So people
okay.
think that there's going to be new other characters
More
other than Birdo
characters.
later.
Oh,
go.
And
shit.
there's still
Okay.
like 5 question marks there.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
So
So there's still got quite a bit to go.
I don't know what dude, just add like I don't know. What are they gonna add?
Master
What's the guy in the cloud?
Yo, dude, get
Is
Walter
he
White. Get
Guardian?
Walter White. Just
there's
the
Birdo.
biggest crossover. Yeah, we got Birdo.
What's
Okay, cool.
what's the Mario character who picks you up when you fall off the map?
Oh, the bird guy. Yeah.
No, he's not a bird. He's a turtle.
The cloud
Turtle.
guy. The cloud guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's just a
forgot
Cooper on a cloud.
Yeah, bro, get
He's
him.
got a name though, doesn't he?
Does he? Henry.
Anyway, that guy, bring him. Yeah, give
Yeah.
Henry a fucking
Yeah,
give Henry a play.
Damn, Birdo weight class medium.
Oh,
I thought you
damn.
said wet class. I was
Yeah.
like, ain't no way.
Hey, yo.
I actually might play this because I have the expansion pack.
You do?
Because I
Okay.
wanted to play the Game Boy Advance games. And then
Dude.
I got obsessed with Destiny, so I haven't gotten to that
Yeah.
yet. But
I don't
hey,
think
it's on the docket.
I don't think it's much. So you said this is the 4th DLC?
Yeah, 4 of 6. Yep.
4.
they've
So there's
been
2
doing-
more coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. And have they all been around this size, or is this like
I
one
think
of the
they've
bigger
been
ones,
pretty
smaller
much the
ones?
same. Yeah, they've
The
all had the
same?
same amount of
Okay.
courses at least. I'm
Okay.
not sure about characters.
Yeah.
How do you feel
okay.
about a lot of
No.
these courses being the mobile game courses?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it because they up-res them and upscale them and make them look good.
Okay.
And they're actually pretty much always good courses. There's not
Okay,
many courses they make that are bad in any game.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say like how do they play versus like a normal console Mario Kart course, but if it's similar,
Yeah,
that's good
and
then.
I
Do
think
they
do
try and retrofit
some.
them?
They do some they do some fixies because it does play differently. So
Hmm.
Yeah, because
like
it's just
the,
like one-handed, right, on the mobile
yeah,
game, and you
yeah.
can just like steer with the gyro or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, this is cool. I
This is
like
cool,
that they're. I would much prefer a Mario Kart 9 to be honest, but
Hmm.
new content, all good, happy with it. So wait, this Yoshi's Island one, this is a new course, totally new.
It looks good.
Okay, that's kind
It
of
does
good.
look good. Yeah.
That's good 'cause they
I'm
have
glad
Birdo.
it's not
Is that the
all
first one
remakes,
that's is that the first time they've done this for these waves where there's been a brand new, all new
No,
course?
I think each of them has had something brand new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, for some reason I thought they were all remastered maps,
Oh,
but
DK
Yeah.
Summit is a good map actually.
I'm really glad they're not all remakes or brought back. I'm glad they actually are still bringing out a new map every
Yeah,
once in a while,
yeah.
just to like keep it fresh. You know what I mean? I'm glad about that. That's good. That is.
do you
good.
agree with? Because I remember when the first wave of this came out, a lot of people said that the map, like graphical quality, was not on the same level as maybe like the standard Mario Kart 8 maps. Do you like agree with that? Do you think?
I
Like,
haven't
in
really
terms
seen
of-
it.
Yeah,
honest with
it's
you.
mainly like they still look good, but it's like there's a level of detail that's missing from particularly the mobile game maps because I think they're just upreses.
Yeah.
Like if you compare it to what Moo Moo Meadows, like that looks really good in terms of like the
mhm.
shading and how, and it just doesn't. You don't get that kind of shading on the other tracks, the
Yeah.
mobile tracks in particular. But
Well, actually,
Um,
Meadows was on the Nintendo 64.
I know, but then they remade it.
They did remake it.
Yeah, no, this is cool. I think it's actually out now. It's
It is.
Oh,
last
it is
night.
perfect.
Yeah, it came out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good for
nothing-
Mario Kart. Just Nintendo. Once you're done with these waves, just make Mario Kart 9. You know?
Yeah, I think Mario Kart 9 is
Just
gonna
do
need
it.
to come soon. But yeah,
Just
how
get
long
it
has Mario
done,
Kart
you know,
8 been
like-
out for? This has been out for.
It's only been nearly a decade.
Yep.
Yeah, wait, Mario Kart 8 has been out for nearly a decade?
It was
9
on the
years.
Wii U.
Yeah.
What?
2014.
Holy shit! That's
Yeah,
a lot
so
longer than I
it's been a
expected.
while. So
It's
if
been
you
a
could just move it
while.
along, and honestly, people stop buying this fucking game. Stop buying Mario
Yeah.
Kart 8. It keeps ending up in the top 10 every year.
It does
That's why
actually?
Nintendo. Yes, it does. It's been
Dude,
in the top. It's like
holy-
GTA 5, man. It's Nintendo's GTA 5. It just
Dude,
keeps selling.
That's insane.
Every time someone buys a Switch, they're like,
Mario
"Fuck,
Kart.
I guess
8?
I'll just buy Mario Kart 8."
That's true.
Why
That's
not?
what I did. That's what I did.
Yeah,
when I bought it,
exactly.
so yeah,
Everyone
like,
has,
just get it.
bro. On the Wii U, I had Mario Kart 8.
Yeah,
I played the Wii U for maybe like 2 hours max. Like I barely fucking played that console, man. Like even I had Mario Kart 8. So
Very good. Very good. Alrighty.
Yeah,
Let's
so
get
yeah,
let's
stop
put
buying
our
it.
favorite game down now.
Yeah.
Come on.
What?
Our favorite game.
I was gonna say you say it, Nathan. I want to let you say it.
Okay.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
Dead Island
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
We have
Here we
an
go.
extended gameplay trailer. Ooh, zombies.
Ooh, being hit.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. The animations are kind of
Yeah.
look. They kind of
Yeah.
go hard.
I
Um,
like if actually not joking here. It's not a bad trailer. It's not bad gameplay
No,
trailer.
it doesn't look bad at all.
No, it does look like how do I explain? Like the gameplay itself looks like Dead Island, which is like a good thing, but like it doesn't look like it doesn't really do anything new. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, like to me, this strikes me as something that will harkens back to the old Dead Island games, but is
Hmm.
not like a revolution already. It's just an iteration.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like a
But
bit of I'm not gonna say nostalgia bait because I don't think anyone is nostalgic for Dead
Oh,
Island.
I love Dead Island.
But you know what I mean? Like Dead Island at this point, it's an old game. You know,
It is.
2011. It
It's
came
an
out
old
quite a
game.
long time ago, and then you got
Yeah.
Dead Island Riptide, which no one talks about.
Yeah, no one likes that game.
But yeah, honestly, like I wouldn't say I'm impressed by the gameplay, but I wasn't like
I didn't hate it. You know what I mean?
I
It
didn't hate it.
wasn't
It wasn't a train wreck,
it
and
wasn't like
kind of
Suicide
wish it was.
Squad.
You know,
It wasn't like Suicide Squad where we sat there and it was like we were hating on it. Also, this guy, but
bro, what? Can this dude get some pants on?
dude,
Um,
it wasn't like Suicide Squad where we were just kind of like being like, well, this doesn't look good at all. This just looks mid. It looks,
I
it's
think
not
it
as
looked.
bad.
I mean, to be fair, I think it looks about as mid as Suicide Squad, but it's a little bit better
Really?
because
In
it's
a
not live
different way.
service.
True.
It's just mid in a different
true.
way. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
could see
I'm probably not going to buy this game. I'm going to be honest.
No, I'm gonna buy it.
I
No
don't
joke.
really have any intention of playing this just because like
To be a great Game Pass game.
This
would
would
be a
be
game, but like you've got
fantastic.
like Dying Light just exists, man. Dying Light's just a
Yeah,
better version of Dead Island. Like that's just how it goes. Like no meme, you
I
know. I know we say it's no Dead Island, but Dying Light is a Dead Island, just better because it's got the
I
parkour and the parkour is good.
I am going to buy it just to experience it. I'm not kidding you. I actually am gonna buy it. I do.
I
I do
believe you,
want
but
to.
I mean, you know, if you just want to throw money into I mean, actually, you know what? Instead of buying Dead Island 2, what you should do is you should get the amount of money that Dead Island 2 costs and just throw it into a dumpster fire. And that will you'll get more value out of that.
You
I
get
think,
more value out
actually.
of it. Understandable.
No,
Hey,
I feel like I'm being hard. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It just like, you know, it's been so long since this game got announced that any kind of excitement that I
worrisome.
had for it when they announced it in 2014 is just like
Yeah,
Wow, was it that long ago?
it was literally that long ago. Yeah,
I do remember
it
the
has been
first
a while.
trailer.
It was like it was like 1 year into the PS4. There was like the announcement trailer was at I think it was at PlayStation's like E3 conference or whatever,
Mhm.
and everyone was like, "Whoa, dude, Dead Island 2, let's go!"
Oh, it's so cool.
And then
Yeah.
it went through like 3 different developers, rebooted multiple times, and now it's releasing
Finally
in a
releasing.
month.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I'm
I mean, good
excited.
for the Dead Island fans, wherever you are, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
But also those fans have just been playing Dying Light.
Fans.
Yeah.
That fan has just been playing Dying Light.
Yeah,
You
bro.
know,
That
like
one
that's just
guy.
that's where everyone went. Like
Yeah.
I think maybe the train has departed the station.
Yeah, they
at
have
this
gone
point
to
for this
Dying Light instead.
franchise.
They've gone to Dying Light
But
instead.
hey, who knows? You know, when I look when they announce like when they do these trailers on Twitter, I see the comments. They're like, dude, I'm so excited for Dead Island 2. I can't
Mhm.
wait."
Mhm.
There's dozens of them. So
Dozens.
you know, yeah,
Yeah.
surely.
A dozen.
Maybe just a dozen. Maybe
A
just
dozen.
a dozen of people. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing more to say about it. I don't think it looks bad. It didn't sell me on it though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I probably won't get it unless it won't.
It won't come to Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother.
Unless
Yeah.
impossible would not do that.
Yeah, it won't come to Game Pass, but yeah.
I mean,
No, I
yeah,
was
if
gonna
it
say
came to
unless it's really good, but it's
Nah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not
Bro,
anticipating like
can't-
a
I
high
can't
like
wait.
Metacritic score.
I
you
can't
know?
wait for the sleeper hit of Dead Island 2, bro. The sleeper hit.
I
Like,
would be, dude. I'd be over the moon. You know,
Dude, that would be
I would
sick. That
love
would-
for because I feel like there's so many games that are in development hell for so long that
Mm.
when they come out, it's like, oh well, it's shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
and you
Yeah.
kind of expected it to be like you think about games like I don't know, Duke Nukem Forever, Aliens, Colonial
Anthem.
Marines,
Anthem.
and
was a-
Anthem wasn't actually.
It wasn't in horrible development hell,
It
but
didn't take. It didn't take a long time. It did get delayed a couple of times.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, I guess you could consider
Yes.
in development hell a little bit. It got delayed many, many times, and then came
Mhm.
out, and it was like it came out 2 years early. It felt like.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's not. You know, there's not a
Well,
great chance. You know,
Yes.
I'd
No.
say it's
In-
a 50-50 that this ends up being a decent
Look,
game.
In a couple episodes' time, I'll talk about it and tell you guys if it's good or not. I'll tell you.
It will, but I feel like you're so biased in the Dead Island world that you're gonna
True.
love anything they produce. you know?
True.
you know?
Not wrong. Not wrong.
I think you need to. There's
I need to
impossible for you
temper
to have an
expectations.
unbiased perspective on
That's true.
Dead Island.
I love this game too much. I stand Dead Island. Look, yeah, look, I think that's really it.
Dead
We'll have to wait
Island.
and
You know,
see. It's Dead Island. We'll have to wait and see.
we will have to
okay.
wait and see, but not too long. It's only out. You know, it's out in just over a month. So
Yeah, just over a
April
month.
21st. So
Okay.
stay tuned, gamers. You know,
Exactly. All right, next game we do have City Skylines, right? We want to talk about City Skylines next.
yeah.
talk about City
City
Skylines. There's not. I
Skylines
feel like
2.
there's not maybe a lot to talk about with City
Yeah,
Skylines.
I
is
don't
there?
look. I don't know much about this, so I'm gonna let you boys take the reins, or like
Me?
Nathan. Yeah, I feel like
Nathan
Nathan,
can
you
take
might.
the
Yeah,
reins, 'cause
I feel like
then
Nathan, you might have much more.
Nathan
to
has
say.
Jamie,
much
the
more experience in
biggest-
City Skylines.
The biggest
Hmm.
fan of City Skylines.
Yeah.
Nathan, number one City Skylines fan. Yep.
Yeah, look, it's just a cinematic trailer. Really, they showed like a tiny bit of what looked like gameplay in there, but it's just another City Skylines game by the looks of it. They haven't really
Mhm.
said anything about it. My only worry and assumption about the game is we've talked about this a lot privately. I think that it's probably going to go a lot like The Sims, where
Yeah.
like Sims 1, 2, 3, 4, they all release with like just a tiny bit more content every time from like a DLC here and there. So like so City Skylines 2 will basically just be City Skylines 1 with a little more content, and then they
Yeah.
re-release all the DLC they've already released for 1 just in 2 with full
Mhm.
price, more money, blah blah blah. I just feel like
Mhm.
they're going the route of The Sims, which is understandable but kind of frustrating at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Definitely, yeah.
understandable.
But to be fair, in this trailer, they are showing, they're showing some seasons. So, and
That's
that
true.
was, and
So that could be
correct me if
one
I'm
of the
wrong,
things they add.
that seasonal stuff was
Is
DLC.
that it?
So, I don't know.
It
I
was.
like, and by the way, none of this is gameplay. No, there's not a
No, this
single
is
bit of game.
all.
This is all
Oh, it
just,
was all cinematic. Okay,
yeah,
I thought there
all
might have been
cinematic.
one bit in there that was.
No.
No, at the beginning it says like all of this
Okay.
is just is not actual gameplay.
Mhm.
Which is a weird. I feel like this is not the kind of game that you would do like a cinematic trailer for,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just yeah, I feel like this is like these kind of like strategic sim kind of games you should show what the new stuff is. Like this
Yeah.
kind of gets people excited. It's coming out this year, so there's I guess we're only 3 months into the year now, so I don't know. I'm excited to see what it ends up being. I think it being on
Mm.
Game Pass is really smart. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
brings a lot of people into it, and I think Microsoft's smart for scooping that up. But yeah, I didn't play that much City Skylines, so
Same. So yeah,
City Skylines 2. Although I am excited to see like how the game looks because it's a Unreal Engine 5
It
game,
should
so
look
it's
good.
gonna look real
Oh, is
pretty.
it? Okay.
Gonna
Real
have
pretty.
hopefully gonna have some ray trace global illumination. You do it using the Lumen system that Fortnite uses, so it'll look good.
I'm worried about performance if they start going down that route though, because City
Yeah,
That's
Skylines
true.
1
true.
It's
is rough
already
sometimes.
hefty. Yeah. City
Well,
one's actually
see,
really
like they're
hefty.
showing the puddles here in the cinematic trailer, so
Yeah.
and they're showing the reflections. Like it could just
Mhm.
be for cinematic purposes, or they could
Mm.
be like, here's a little tease of like some ray tracing effects they're gonna do it with it to make it look really, really realistic. It looks like they are going like. I get the sense that they want this to look really, really good. I know it's a
Yeah.
cinematic trailer, but I feel like that like even the way like the voiceover is like you can make your city how you want to make it, and I don't know. I feel like they're gonna up the realism factor a little bit
Yeah.
Yeah.
with this
It'll
over the
definitely
trailers and
be
stuff.
a good game as the first one was.
Of course.
And I would be really happy to see them include a lot of DLC content from the first one, but wouldn't be surprised if they don't.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, if people are gonna buy it, they'll probably do it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if there's customers there, and I'm sure they saw a lot of people buying the DLC for City Skylines, which has like motivated them to
Yeah.
to make another one and add it, fill it with DLC, which isn't entirely bad. It's just
No.
kind of the way it is.
Yep.
And if
Exactly.
someone's playing a game over multiple years, I guess like a DLC pack here and there isn't
Yeah.
the worst
Not
thing in
that
the
bad at
world.
all. Nah,
EA's
not at
been
all.
doing it since the 90s. So.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
shit, fucking how much money have I spent on Destiny? Like,
Yeah, no,
I played that game
exactly.
for 9 years, and I have spent a lot of
I spent a
money.
lot of money on Destiny, so yeah.
But is there anything else you want to mention about City Skylines? No,
Nah,
nothing.
it's pretty chill.
No,
It's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
short.
pretty
it's a
chill.
very short teaser. I think it's a weird choice to do that. But hopefully we hear news soon.
Yep.
And hopefully it comes out this year.
Yep.
2023 is a bit,
And
vague.
some
Yeah.
more from Paradox Games.
Yeah, we got a
We
Paradox
little
Interactive.
do. Wow. Yeah, these are two very different trailers.
Yeah. Back
Um,
to back, very different. Okay.
I kind of wish they didn't show gameplay for this game.
Life by You.
Here's the thing.
Life
Okay,
by
so
You.
explain to me this. I have not seen anything. I don't know what this is at all. You put it down, like, what the fuck is this? What the hell?
This is basically I take on EA's The Sims, but from a different publisher, Paradox's perspective. So Paradox published City Skylines, and
Yeah.
now they're publishing
So,
this.
so
So it's
what?
like The Sims.
Okay, so it's The Sims basically. Is
It
there
looks
anything
like The Sims.
different?
It looks like The
Anything-
Sims. The problem is they.
Oh, that's it. Wait, was that
That's
it?
it.
That
That's
is all
it.
they showed.
What?
And there's more information on the 20th of March. So like they show maybe what is that like?
There's a person doing
20
yoga. That's
seconds,
new.
yeah.
20 seconds of gameplay, but it just looks
It looks weird.
really
steep
bad. It looks
staircase.
really bad. This has got to be an early access game, right? Like they've got to
Yeah.
be releasing this in early access and just they'll work on it over the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or some shit. I like
Do we have a release date?
no,
No.
no. We
No?
just have
Okay.
the announcement event on March 20th. So, but
So we'll
that
have
seems
more
like
news then.
but it's
Mm.
so weird to announce this like at the beginning of March and then like 20 days later
It's weird
have
to announce an announcement date.
Yeah.
it's weird for the announcement for the game is an announcement for the announcement event while you're also announcing the game and showing gameplay from the game that you're announcing in
Exactly.
10
It's a
days.
very
It's like what? Like what? I don't know, man. This whole I didn't watch the whole conference. I just saw like
Me
the
neither.
the speckles of information, like the City Skylines and Life by You, and I mean,
I could see
I thought City Skylines was cool. Like, I'm glad that that got announced. But yeah, Life
mm,
by You is like,
I could see an announcement of announcement working if it's something like, like God of War. You know what I
well,
mean?
you
Something
just
that actually has
tweet
like
it. Just like
hype
Huge.
behind
tweet
it.
it. Like, you don't have to
Yeah,
put it in
something
like a whole event. And like, could
yeah.
you imagine if Microsoft like during one of their conferences was like, Starfield, find out more next week. It's like
Yeah,
what? Just
exactly. The
just
I think it could work for like an existing IP that has a lot of traction behind it, right? But something that's new like this. This is new, you know what I mean? I don't think it works. Like
it's
I
like
mean,
they were
no one
just
knows
trying to
about it.
fill
yeah,
their
no one
conference
knows
with
about
stuff,
it.
and they
Yeah.
were like,
Like
shit, we need to like give them like breadcrumbs for the next thing. So then
yeah,
they use the event to
because
like announce the next event so people get traction on it. I
yeah,
understand
the idea of it.
the idea, yeah, the
Mm,
thought behind it. It just didn't look that great.
yeah,
It just
because
really did not show very well. And the fact that they're like showing more of it soon is like, is it
also
ready
like
to be shown? Like,
Sims, I don't feel like an announcement of announcement works for Sims. Like I don't think you can do
well,
that.
I mean, Sims is, I mean, it's a very popular genre. Like, there's a bunch of
True,
Sims girls out there, you know, they fucking love
true,
the Sims.
true, but
Um,
like yeah, I
But
don't
it's The
know. It's just
Sims.
it's a
but
Sims,
it
right?
is. Did
I don't
has
know. It's
EA announced their new Sims 5 yet?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
mhm.
thought so. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, you've got a lot of competition, right?
You
'Cause
do.
Very successful competition.
Yeah,
super, bro. How much has EA earned from The Sims?
Like a lot.
A lot because
a
of the
lot of
DLC, and
money.
because like I
Yeah,
feel like people who are into The Sims are really, really into The Sims, and they'll
they
just
are.
keep
Yeah.
pumping that game with DLC
Mhm.
because people will continue to buy it. There's like a
Yeah.
Star Wars Sims DLC. It's
There
fucking
is.
weird.
There
There's
Yeah.
some
is.
weird stuff out there.
There's like aliens and shit like that. There's a lot. There's a lot of different stuff. There's a
And
lot of
you
different
can
stuff.
experience all of it for the low price of
$1,000.
$1,500. Yeah,
Yeah.
no worries, no
Good
worries.
Yeah,
deal.
no worries, man. No
1,000 on
worries at all.
sale,
A th
1,500 normally, you know? So
True, true.
just
Good
wait for
point.
that Steam sale next week and you can buy all that Sims DLC.
True, true.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Life by You could be cool. I just think they announced it too soon, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
it's a weird announcement and it didn't like I would have been more excited if they didn't show gameplay, which is weird, but
Mhm.
it's I guess when you show something that looks kind of bad,
It doesn't work,
it
right?
gives
Yeah.
the wrong impression of what it
Mhm.
could be. Yeah.
I
So
agree.
that's
I
Life
agree.
by You, you know?
Yep.
That is the
So,
end of our hot fix segment.
that's hot
Hot
fixes. So
fix. You got your hot
yep.
fix. Now
Mhm.
you can now we're gonna talk about more
Now we're going
stuff.
to talk about a
Yeah.
cold fix.
Yeah, now I'm
Cold
gonna talk about something
fix.
interesting. Now, okay, so look, this came out. Good buddy Turtle. Very excited for this. Counter-Strike 2.
This
Look,
is for reference. What you're seeing now is not Counter Strike 2,
no, this is
although it
not
could look
Counter-Strike 2.
very similar. Like who
Yeah.
knows? Who
Lot of
knows
people
what? Bro,
replay.
can we get some gameplay?
Yo!
I love how it's switching to the fucking perspectives. I just got some pro gameplay because I'm like, shit, man. Like I
Yeah,
don't.
what CS:GO Surf, man. Check out CS:GO Surf. Anyway,
No, it's fine. It's fine.
anyway,
Yeah. So CS2.
look,
I don't know what to think about this. Right. So
no.
like, I've read the article.
Mhm.
I'm still getting the vibe. Like, so it was weird. Like seeing the reactions on Twitter. Um, made me believe that this was a little more substantial than what it probably is going to end up being.
Yes.
Like everyone was like, and I think it's also due to the fact that the rumor is Counter Strike 2,
Yeah.
like makes it seem like it's going to be like the next installment of
Yeah.
Counter Strike,
Mhm.
when realistically it's probably just going to be Counter Strike Go on the Source
E
2 engine. Like, what
exactly.
that's basically that's the rumor
Yeah.
is Valve is beta testing Counter Strike Global Offensive on, or a Counter Strike version on Source 2,
Mhm.
and apparently like internally beta testing right now. And then in this month sometime they're going to drop the news that the beta will be out for the public.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't. It's interesting, right? Like I think
Sorry, I
this
was
is.
engrossed in
Yeah.
that.
Sorry, that
Triple
moment gave me
five feed.
goosebumps.
Was it
That
popping
moment
off?
gave
Was it
me
popping off?
goosebumps.
Yeah.
He did a jump shot
Um,
no scope. It was actually really good, but yeah.
3 of them in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, do you think that Counter Strike on the Source 2 engine would bring you back to Counter Strike?
No.
Maybe for a few games, but
Yeah, like
It wouldn't for
I think
me,
it has to be
but
more substantial. You know,
yeah,
like
it does.
I think
Like
Valorant
I
really changed me on that
it,
sort of game. It just
yeah,
definitely.
because it feels so much
I
more modern.
I mean, Seto,
I
you don't like Ben. You don't like Counter Strike style games.
no, I'm not a fan of like Valorant or Counter Strike or anything like that.
You don't
It's
like
just not
games
my
that
type of
require
thing.
skill.
No, I'm not anything that requires mechanical aiming,
Kidding.
not good at. Yeah, no, but like it's just I read the article as well. Yeah, it just seems like it's just that they're bringing CS:GO to just Source 2. That's literally what
It
it
does
seems
seem
like.
like Counter Strike 2 is just the internal name they're calling it
Exactly.
while they're
Exactly.
testing it, but it's not going to be called Counter Strike 2 when they,
No.
when they announce it. That would be hype though. You
That
know
would
what I
be
mean? Like
hype.
that would be a really cool announcement if they just announced Counter Strike 2.
Mm,
Because someone said like it makes sense on the basis if you assume like from Counter Strike 1.6, like what Source would be 1.7, and then Counter Strike Go would be either 1.8 or 1.9, and then you
mhm.
get to Counter Strike 2.0. I don't know. I,
Yeah.
I think people are just capping and they're coping really hard. I think
Yeah.
it's just gonna be CS:GO, but it'll like I'm not sure what the benefit of running on Source 2 would be. Do you like
Do we know anything about
Looks
Source
better.
2? Do we know anything about Source
it'll look
2?
better?
Does it have
I
better
think the big
physics
thing
or
was
anything like that?
128 tick servers was
That'd be
Okay.
something
good.
mentioned in the
That's
article.
good. That's
So
good.
that'll keep it in line with Valorant, which that's what
Mhm.
Valorant has at the moment.
They could do
So
that
maybe
now,
that's the
though.
biggest draw.
I
Is that true?
assume.
They could.
I
Well,
assume.
I mean,
Unless there's some
how?
sort of engine cap.
Yeah, I mean, Source One is very old,
Yeah.
so maybe it's so old it just can't handle that
Yeah,
kind of
maybe. Yeah.
load. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But yeah, they say that this article says the sources explain that the game was about ready to go.
Oh,
So
shit. Okay. Okay.
it's and as I said, yeah, beta testing is apparently going to happen this month, so it could happen next week.
I look,
Which is
I think
cool. Like I think I think this reinvigorates my hype a little bit in Counter Strike just to have like a new jumping off point. You know,
mhm. Mhm.
um, if that's what it ends up being. You know,
Yeah.
if it's a matter of like I imagine all the skins will transfer over. Otherwise, God,
Yeah.
could you
There's no
imagine?
way.
Could you imagine
Tens of thousands of dollars
the
lost.
hate that that Valve would get if they didn't transfer that stuff?
Yeah.
But like
It would
skins will
tens of
transfer
thousands.
over. I imagine ranks probably will as well, and that's sort of what doesn't interest me because I don't want to bring my fucking silver 4 character over to Counter Strike 2. Um,
Right, you're still silver 4? Holy.
I well, the last time I played, I
Must have
was
stopped
silver 4.
playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I should have just stopped playing when I got double AKs
Yeah.
when the rank system was completely broken.
Yeah,
I
true.
played like 3 games and got to like
Oh, that was
double
when it was
AKs.
working.
I don't think it was working as intended. I don't think we're double
It's
AK.
definitely not. It was when we came back to it. It definitely wasn't working as intended
That's
because
true.
everyone I know went to silver 1.
But I think
Yeah.
when we hit double A, like back then we were not double AK players. Like at all. Like man,
Yeah,
my
probably
fucking
not.
aim on PC, like that was a year into me using a mouse and keyboard. Like I definitely should not have been double AK. Um, but yeah, it's kind of a cool rumor, I think.
I like it.
Especially is the fact that like for so long people have been like, yeah, Counter Strike on Source 2 is happening. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. You just gotta wait. There's been stuff in the in the Steam database, like there's been leaks and stuff like that. And to have like a very notable Counter Strike leaker finally have a
Mm,
story like this, I mean it's all but confirmed at this point.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's just waiting for Valve to pull the trigger. And
Yeah.
I'm very interested. I'm gonna keep my eye on it because maybe
You know what I'm
this might
most
be
excited for?
what's that?
Their battle royale game mode in Source 2.
I'm very
Yeah, bro.
excited.
Maybe that's why they're like, shit. This battle royale does not work well in Source 1. We need
No,
to go to
yeah.
Source 2
Yeah.
immediately. They've definitely been straining that engine in
Yeah.
Counter
Yeah.
Strike Go.
Mhm.
And they've already pushed Dota 2 to Source 2 as well. So
Yeah.
I think it makes sense for them to start moving Counter Strike.
Mhm.
They're one of their biggest, or if not the biggest. Is Counter Strike the biggest Valve's biggest game, or is Dota 2 bigger
I
in
think Dota
terms
2
of
is bigger, but I'm pretty sure Counter Strike is close second.
CS:GO just got it hit its new all-time peak as well,
Oh,
Wow.
how many?
which is
How many people?
nuts. It was like I think it was 1.1 million.
What? Holy shit!
I think. See, yeah. So the new peak was 1.376 million people playing
pretty
at
crazy.
once. That is nuts,
That's
bro.
nuts.
Like, I mean,
Like,
Valve would be insane to not continue to
capitalize off of
support this
it.
game. Like,
Yeah.
and they really haven't, right? Like, they've just been
It's
like it's just
yeah.
been skins, like
Yeah,
And
it's just
community
pro
been
league
skin
stuff.
packs, and yeah, the pro stuff.
Yeah, which is what kind of drives a lot of the casual players to keep going back.
Do you think that this new iteration of Counter Strike will have any gameplay changes?
If they do, it's not going to be
Mm,
huge, or if any, yeah.
yeah.
So you're saying they won't add a grappling hook?
No,
I
fuck
don't
no.
Bro, they
Bro,
start
could you
adding, like,
imagine that
characters. They
if
start
they
adding
bring
characters
like
into
they
it.
bring like
Heroes.
operators with
Yeah,
like
they start
Yeah.
doing operators. Just completely
I
redesign the
wouldn't be
game.
surprised if Valve at least tested it just to see
Yeah,
I could
what
see
they
them
could
yeah.
do.
testing it, but I don't think they would do it.
I'm
This is not
sure,
a
bro.
tech
Like
game.
even 343 did a hero shooter test before
Mm.
Halo Infinite became a thing. Like
True.
I feel like
True.
when Overwatch happened, I think every fucking developer was like, well, maybe we
Damn.
could do that. Maybe
Yeah,
we
maybe
could.
we could do some
And then
heroes. Maybe we could do
some
some
went
heroes.
through with it, and they all failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
all the people that didn't get very far on the R&D process, they were like, maybe we
Maybe
don't.
just
Maybe we don't
let's
try and
not do
compete
it.
with Overwatch. You know.
Yeah. And then Valorant came out. Now Valorant's the big thing. And yeah, no, it's just
Yeah, but
don't
I
compete
mean,
with it.
CS is still bigger than Valorant. You
True.
know.
True. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Um,
Yeah. No, I don't.
which is
Yeah.
crazy, right? Like,
It's you think that would Valorant be bigger because it sounds like Valorant is
just
bigger,
riot.
but
You know.
yeah, but I guess it's just like
I think
CS.
it's just the fact that CS players are not. They don't want to play other games.
Yeah.
No,
Like they're
they
just
hard
playing
stuff.
CS because they like CS and CS is all they
Yeah.
play and
Yep.
CS is
Exactly.
life or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Hmm.
The pro
Um,
scene gets pushed really hard too.
It does.
yes. But it's funny, like Valve doesn't really support the pro scene as much as like say other publishers and developers do.
True.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like handholdy. I suppose it just happens by itself because of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy. It's like
CS:GO
it's almost like Nintendo with Smash Brothers. Although
Yeah.
I think Valve's a
A
little better
little
than
less,
Nintendo,
yeah.
but
yeah.
because
The
Nintendo
CS:GO
outwardly tries to stop it somehow.
Stop playing our game.
Please stop competing.
The CS:GO pro scene is huge. It is absolutely huge, and it is fun to watch. Like when you actually take a look at it, like there's
Oh
some
yeah,
moments that
yeah.
are
It's
really fun to
definitely
watch.
it's one of those games in the same way that Valorant is. It's just a fun game to watch
Mhm.
people play because there's so many different strategies that you wouldn't typically think of doing in your silver lobbies. You know
Exactly,
Mhm.
that all the pros
exactly.
are
And
pulling off.
seeing some of the
Um,
best come out to actually play this is really exciting to watch. It is a very exciting thing to watch.
yeah,
Um,
that's CS.
well,
You know,
well, while
CS.
talking about watching pros do something, uh, there was some news that came out.
There
Oh, here
was
we
some
go.
news.
There was some news. So, the Olympics have decided to add esports to the Olympics, basically. They decided to add it. Now, whilst doing that, there was a lot of games. Now, Jamie,
Yeah,
you have not
so when they
seen.
announced this, right? When they
Yeah.
announced that like it was after last Olympics, which was last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
They said the video games were going to be at the Olympics in the
correct.
next the
Hmm.
2025 Olympics.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, and I was like, wow, what games are they going to pick? You know, Rocket
Hmm.
League, Counter Strike. Are they going
Hmm.
to pick Valorant? Are they going to pick League of Legends? Are they going to pick Dota 2?
Hmm.
Are they going to pick Smash Brothers or Tekken or Street Fighter? All of these professional games that are very, very well known and a lot of different people play professionally.
Hmm.
They didn't pick any of them.
No. So,
Literally
Jimmy,
none.
you haven't seen
I haven't
any of
seen
these gameplay.
you've given me the names of the
Mhm.
sports,
Ben and I have seen half each.
Yeah. So
but
yeah,
I
this.
have not seen how these games look.
Yeah.
And
So
God, I can't wait.
we're gonna start off with the first one, which is known as it's archery. It's known as tic tac bow. This is tic tac bow. This is what's gonna be at the Olympics. So Nathan, you're one that found it. Do you have any idea what this actually is?
It's tic tac toe, but
yeah, with a bow.
archery. But it's
What the
and as you
fuck?
can see, the vertical video here. This is a mobile app.
This is the
It is
mobile.
only on mobile.
Wait,
This
and this is the actual.
Yes.
game.
This is what they're going to be playing at the Olympics.
Now, the thing is that you're gonna see this a lot. Most of the games here are mobile games. Most of
Yeah,
the games are at the
50%, I reckon.
Olympics.
Dude, I think
Are
you're
mobile
100% right. These fuckers paid for these games to be Olympic
Mhm.
sports.
Yeah, I smell
Mhm.
the money.
You smell
Bro,
it.
how many of these games are made by Niantic? Like, how many?
Yeah, this is actually insane. Dude, Blue got it. They just won, dude. Look at that. Blue got it.
What the
Damn, just that
fuck?
easy.
This looks
Dude,
shit.
did you see the prizes? Did you
This looks
see? Look
so
at this.
shit, bro. This looks fucking
And
awful.
This is one of the. I'm pretty sure this is one of the microtransaction ones as well.
Yeah, this is. This is. There's
Yeah.
quests. Did you see this quest?
Yeah.
There's
Bro,
quests.
how does anyone can play this? Anyone?
Dude, this
You
is
don't
great.
need to be fucking
Here's,
training on this.
here's the thing about this is that at the baseline, it's tic-tac-toe. Okay? How is tic-tac-toe skillful where you need to go play at the Olympics?
Bro,
for?
is this the Olympic committee trying to sabotage video games at the Olympics? They'll be like, no one watch these games. No one gives a shit. Like,
No one's
yeah,
watching it.
Olympic committee, that's because you got football games and tic-tac-toe, dude. What the fuck?
It's insane. It's actually insane. And yeah, it doesn't look
Okay,
good.
Bring me the
It's-
next one, man.
The
Like, I
next
don't
one.
want to
Well,
see
if
any
you
more
think
of
this one's
this.
bad, hold on. The next one,
What
we
is
got
this, the
ourselves. baseball.
What is that?
This is called WSC
No,
eBaseball Power Pros.
You're trolling. You have to be kidding.
No.
These have to be jokes. No, this is. This has to be, bro. This is the. Is it? It's not April yet. It's not April 1st. Like, what is this?
This UI is some of the worst UI I have ever seen. By the way, I don't know.
What does that
if
even
this-
mean? What is Airboard Toolkit P Zenze smiley
this-
face starter?
Is this
What the
a
fuck?
mobile ad? Is this mobile as well? Is this mobile?
It's on. I think it's on everything. Yeah, because this
It's
is
on everything,
PS5
bro.
gameplay.
This is PS5.
PS5. Did they demake it? Like,
Dude, this is actually insane. Oh, actually hits it. Hold on, bro.
He's going.
insane.
Dude,
It's
this
insane
actually,
that I'm even watching this.
actually, Wii Sports baseball would have been 10 times better than this.
I agree.
Get Wii Sports,
PS5.
yeah, bro. Get Wii Sports baseball actually better. Like, what is
How
that?
much what is this game called again?
What's it-
WBSC eBaseball Power Pros.
They have anime faces. They have anime faces.
WBSCE Baseball Power Pros is the latest title in the powerful Puroyaku series, which has sold over 24 million copies as of September 2022, since the first release in 1994.
Yeah, okay. This is the game that came out in '94, right?
Yeah.
This one right
Dude.
here.
No, this one came out yesterday or some shit.
Dude, this is actually insane. So I did see that apparently the reason why this is huge in Japan. Apparently,
Yeah, I can
think
see
this is the
that.
one that is huge in Japan. So that's why this actually got put on to the Olympics, because this is actually like huge in it. But
What? But
like,
wait,
I don't,
hold on,
I
hold on,
still
hold on,
don't
hold on.
get it.
So wait, where is the next Olympics?
Singapore.
Yeah. Like
This
but
I need to. This has to be a joke.
No, it
This
has
doesn't
to.
look like it requires a lot
hold
of
on.
skill.
We're going to what we're going to
Go
do.
through all of them. I need to
let's go
see
all of them and then we'll talk
verification of
about it,
this
okay?
shit.
So
Like-
the next one, okay, the next one is chess, but not.
Oh
chess.
no, here you go.
it's virtual chess.
Here's your answer.
Mhm.
Yeah, WBSC Konami signed MOU to develop new baseball video game esport competition. Yeah, so it's just they're just setting up deals to do this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just all
Yeah.
money.
So the next one is chess.
Chess.com specifically.
It's chess.com. That's it.
Hey,
It's
this
virtual
happened
chess.
last year. They
What-
played WBSC at the Olympics.
Wait, really?
Wait, really?
The winner of the
Yo.
inaugural Olympic Virtual Series baseball event, baseball tournament, winner Shora.
So we
Oh, it was
will
a
see-
license event, so it wasn't officially at the
it wasn't
Olympics.
official.
It was
We will,
afterwards.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
anyway,
You'll
anyway.
see a couple of these games are gonna be like that. I'll say the other
classic
ones.
chess.
Chess. It's
What?
literally chess.com. You play it on chess.com, right? That's literally it. It
Get
is
this
chess.
right. Get this. So when this happens in Singapore, it will be a live in-person event for chess.com.
Yeah, so you will be sitting there and you'll see two people sitting there playing chess on a computer. not playing chess in real life, like not playing it
Across from
on a
each other.
board. Yeah, they'd be sitting across from each other with laptops.
What, is this made
playing
for
chess
iPad
online.
kids? What is this?
I
Like,
don't
what?
get it. Well, this is chess.com, so this actually is used quite a lot. But like, I don't.
Well,
get it.
yeah, I know
still don't
that,
get
but
it. I
like,
still don't get it. Right? It doesn't make.
Just play real chess.
Just play real chess at that point. Like, I don't get it. Like,
That's all
it
this
doesn't
is.
make
It's
any
just
sense.
chess.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I hate it, and it sucks. Right? It does.
I just don't. This makes me angry, man. It's
It
just
does.
annoying. It's just
But hold on,
frustrating. This shit.
Hold on. We
It
got
gets
more.
worse.
We
It
got
can't
more.
get
Hold on.
worse. It can't
We
get
got
worse.
cycling.
This
we
is
got
called-
cycling.
This is called Zwift.
Yeah, this is called Zwift.
So-
Zwift.
There's basically some hardware that you can hook up to like an one of those bikes that stands still in your living room,
Yeah.
and you play a game with it.
Mhm.
You cycle in the
Just fucking cycle.
and then it does
Yeah,
yeah.
bro.
You cycle.
Mhm. So
Is it?
we got Zwift. We got this. It's something else. It's insane, right? This
I
shit.
can see this for like setting like doing your own personal
Oh yeah.
exercise and shit, and
yeah.
having something fun to do while you do it. But
No,
like
no, there-
as
there
an
is sh-
esport,
Here's the thing. there
Well,
is shit like this
considering
when
that
you go
it's
down.
already a sport,
yeah.
Yeah.
why
when-
do we need the esport of the sport?
When you go down to a gym, you'll see that the bikes do have this.
Yeah,
and
they
Yeah,
have
some
this
of them.
game.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
like a virtual.
They
Yeah,
have
sure.
stuff like this, right? So why is it an esport? I don't get it.
Like,
And again,
but what is someone going to say? Yeah, I won gold in cycling. It's like, oh,
no,
you
no,
won
no,
gold
no,
in
no, no,
cycling?
no. Hey,
The esport.
no, get it right. He got gold in Zwift. It's like Zwift.
Zwift.
Okay, Zwift. Okay, get it right.
Bro, I'd be
This is dumb.
embarrassed.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is, bro. There he is. He's hardworking. He's hardworking, bro. Like,
Why
I
don't you?
feel-
If you're
actually,
I just
actually
don't
do
understand
cycling.
why. Okay.
Here's the thing I don't.
I
get as
just don't
well.
understand.
What happens if they rig it? Couldn't they rig it? Like, what
Well,
happened?
no,
You couldn't
they're gonna have Olympic
Yeah.
verified
Yeah.
stations. They're not gonna be able to like install. It's not like it's
Yeah,
like
ad
people
hoc,
at like
because-
CS:GO events installing fucking hacks
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
event computer.
I just imagine like people like imagine if you were able to do it at home and people like one guy does it when he gets tired, he just trades out with someone else and someone else does it. Like and they start trading it. Like that's the
This
thing,
is-
is that it's dumb, right? It's insane. It's actually insane. Like
I feel like I'm losing my mind watching
Yeah.
this.
yeah, it's actually insane. Look at him go,
Sorry,
bro.
whenever I see the pop up, it just makes me laugh.
It's so good. It's so good.
What is that
James
behind
Bard-
him? Is that like what is that
It-
like when
I
they're
think
doing
it-
interviews?
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it's
he's got like a pop up
yeah.
screen.
With
Yeah.
Yeah.
sponsors? Like who's
Sponsors, bro.
sponsoring?
Yeah, dude, it's insane. It's
Here's
actually
what I don't
Zwift
get is
Grand
because they have to
Prix.
go through almost the same physical fitness to do this. Why don't they just do actual
That's
stuff?
what I
Actual
was
cycling.
Yeah.
saying.
yeah,
Like
actual cycling. It doesn't make any sense. I feel like
I
actual
don't want to
cyclists
fall
are
and
gonna
hurt
do
their
this.
knees.
Yeah, I feel like actual cyclists are going to do this as a pastime, right? I feel like
Yeah.
it's just like I don't think this is a difficult thing. I don't get it, man. We're not done
anyway,
yet.
Anyway,
done
move
yet.
on to the next one. It can't get
Just
worse, right?
Dance.
Literally
Just
just
Dance. Just Dance.
This isn't I feel like I'm
Also-
gatekeeping, but like there's no professional Just Dance.
The game it doesn't score accurately enough or
No,
track
it
you
doesn't.
accurately enough to actually play this as a sport, which is what I don't get.
Yeah,
Ubisoft
It-
has forked out the big bucks.
yeah.
Bro,
For Just Dance.
Ubisoft needs to make some fucking video games, not sponsor the Olympics to
Yeah.
get Just Dance as a fucking esport.
Just Dance. I don't get it too much. There's nothing really much
Just
to say
stop.
about this one.
Like what the
It's
fuck?
Just
it's
stop.
annoying. Now the next one actually is an okay.
This one
it's
is
Gran
the only
Turismo.
one of the list that made
It's-
sense to me.
Yeah, it's Gran Turismo.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one makes sense.
This one's
It's
fine.
already an esport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one already.
It's actually a
is.
video game.
Yeah.
This one is actually fine.
I don't
okay
want to
with this.
degrade the other games, but like Tic Tac Bow, really?
Yeah,
Bro, like
Tic-Tac-Toe.
you just forked over $100 million to the Olympic Committee to fucking get that shit in there.
I was talking to Nathan. I was saying like, why not Forza? Nathan, you did say that this has better physics, right?
Yeah,
You did
Gran-
say
Yeah,
like-
that.
no, the Garage is
Yeah, Gran Turismo
Yeah.
and like on the road races, they're pretty damn accurate.
Yeah,
yeah. I
So
mean,
I-
Forza Motorsport, I mean, does have a pro league, but Gran Turismo is bigger.
better.
Yeah.
This is the only one where I'm like, okay, I can actually see this one, right? I could actually see this being in.
But once
like,
again, the only reason it's here is because Sony paid money to get it here.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? Like
exactly,
it's
right?
all just it's like when FIFA where you host the FIFA World Cup. It's how much money you spend. It's not
Mm.
Yeah.
actual the viability of the location. It's the same thing
And
with
like-
this, like the sports.
Like Jamie said, this is already there is already an esports league
Yeah,
for this.
the-
So.
Dude, there's a
already
Gran
an
Turismo movie coming out this year.
What?
Yeah, Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There is.
Can't wait.
It
It's got
yeah,
David
dude.
Harbour in it. Yeah, dude. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Gonna be great. Gonna be a great
exciting, bro.
movie. No, it's the Gran Turismo movie is about it's about like a esports athlete who went from playing professional Gran Turismo to then becoming an actual road driver,
That's pretty
like
cool.
race
Sick.
car driver.
That's cool.
And
That's
yeah,
cool.
so that's what the movie's about. So
But
yeah,
yeah.
there's precedent for it being an esport. It makes sense.
Yep.
I guess this is money well spent, Sony. I guess.
Good job.
So we got this one. Now, money not well spent. We have sailing. This is called Virtual Regatta.
Virtual regatta.
Regatta. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh my god,
It's
they're
not even
racing!
sailing, bro. This. Like, look at this. This
He
man's
looks
lying
really
on the couch.
enthused.
Dude, he's lying on the couch. Like, what is
Dude.
this?
Do I look like an Olympian?
Now, here's the thing. This was also a tournament. This was a grand final for a tournament. So this was actually also a licensed event before the Olympics.
Bro,
So
there's an Australian playing this. Do you see the Australian flag there? So there's a fucking
bro.
Aussie.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
Oh, was
this
that?
is
Or maybe
actually-
that might have been the UK.
Yeah, this is actually yeah. So this one is I don't know, and like I guess the racing, but this is not actually how people do it in real life. I don't know what
No.
actually.
It does.
what they're doing
I mean, I
here.
was gonna say like the turning does not look accurate at
No,
all.
it's not accurate at all.
It doesn't
right?
sail. Like that's not how that
And
works.
they're not even controlling the sails, and I'm not
Dude.
sure how the wind works in there. Like, it looks like it's doing something.
Are they about to
but-
run into each other? Like, no,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah, no, they avoided it. Okay,
Is this like
bro.
the race they do at the beginning of the year when they go
What are
from the
This Sydney to Hobart.
yeah.
Yeah, look at the
Just like this.
background, bro. Look at the background. What is this? I don't get it,
This
man.
looks like a playtest. Like they're testing the
does.
game before release. Like it's an
Mhm.
alpha.
It doesn't look good at all. Like,
You know what? No.
there's-
here's
look
the
at
thing,
the
right?
water and
They
everything. Like, it
focus
just
they focus all in on the physics and how the boats work, and not on the graphics. I respect
Yeah,
it. You know,
I respect
this
it.
game
Did you
makes
just see
sense.
that boat just like drift to the left, dude?
And they're all doing it.
Yeah, you see them drifting. Look at
Wait,
that,
what? Okay, that's just lag. That's just lag. They're not
It's just
playing.
lag.
This is not local.
bro.
multiplayer,
This
you know?
man is so intrigued, dude. Arthur Farley.
Bro, he's
is
listening to
having the time of his
music.
life.
He's fucking got the
Having-
AirPods in, man.
Having the time of his life, bro. Dude, this is actually like, dude, this is insane. What is the goal? So
He's
they are
chewing
racing.
gum. This guy's just sitting there on a phone,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, here's the thing
They're-
I don't understand about this is it seems like the sort of game where any fucking layman could pick it up and win a
Yeah.
win a competition with it.
Exactly. It doesn't like we could talk about it in a second, but one thing I'll quickly say, most of these don't seem like they take any skill whatsoever. Like it
I mean,
doesn't.
but we don't know. You know, we just don't know. We
True.
don't understand
This could
the
have-
training. This guy has
Yeah.
found the optimal
Yeah.
position to play this game, which is on the lower of his back on the lounge,
Yeah,
like
bro.
spine tilted down.
So we'll get to the next one. The next one I need
Oh
to
my
explain.
god, there's more.
There's two more. So this next one is Taekwondo. It's virtual Taekwondo. Now, this is the only thing I can actually find with it. So basically, how this works is people will like strap themselves in, they'll look at a screen, and then they do do a tournament Taekwondo against each other.
Oh my god,
but
it's a Connect game.
virtually. It's a Connect game.
Oh my
It's a
god.
literal Connect game. I'll see if I can see some gameplay. Like you see they strap themselves in. Let's get to actually some gameplay here. Where is it? Here we go. You get a little bit, yeah. So you get like some hits in here. Here we
What?
go. Take a look at this shit. So take a
Oh,
look.
okay, they've
So,
got lots of sensors on them. So
yeah, they got lots of
full
sensors. But take a
tracking.
look. But like,
Do you see
yeah,
arm?
yeah,
Arm going
yeah,
like
so
back and
gun
forth.
activated, bro. They're doing like abilities and stuff.
abilities.
Like I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I really like it doesn't.
Again, a thing that is already a sport. That,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That,
I don't understand
making
why the Olympic community's way of doing esports is literally taking the word esport and doing like
yeah.
the
and just adding
virtual
in-
version of a sport.
Yeah. Yeah, like just
not what
done
it is.
activated, bro.
Done
Dude,
activated.
yeah. Strike now.
Strike now.
Dude, it's just a huge headshot.
Bro,
I
what? This
don't
is fucking weird, dude. This is
Here's the
ill.
thing though. Here's the thing about virtual this is that when you're fighting someone, this looks like a thing where you're just gonna do this. You're just gonna like that.
Yeah,
Because
you just spam
the
it.
Wii
thing
Sports
is
boxing.
that there's no reaction. to it.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I
be
mean? When
honest.
you get hit, you're not gonna react to it. You're just gonna spam back.
I
Like there's
think
nothing to it.
I think this is just for people who couldn't get into the actual Olympic sports.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Yeah, it's just insane. Like I don't understand it. And it just looks like it when this comes, I'm going to call it right now that you're just gonna see people literally just like shadow boxing air, but like rapid hits. It's not gonna do any kicks or anything like that. They're just gonna punch the
They're
air
gonna
as quick as
metagame
they
the
can.
absolute shit out of it.
They
Yeah.
are. They
Yeah.
are. Like
Gonna
it's
find
gonna
a way.
just yeah, they're gonna find a way to not even do like here they're doing like quick kicks and like you
Mm.
know they're doing like different type like roundhouse kicks and shit. No, people are just gonna like
bro, this
punch
Honest
guy is
the air
shit.
as quick as they can.
commentating from his house. Like,
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah,
at home.
it's just insane. But no, like because
No,
like
this is just
it's
not
insane, right?
it.
It's dumb. It's dumb. We have one more. We have one more, which
As you
is
said, the
Tennis
best for last.
Clash. Take a look at
It's
this.
another mobile game.
Take a look at this.
What the fuck is that?
Take a look at this. Did you see that? By the way, did you see that guy's name?
Bro, I'm still
Hold
waiting for
on.
you to say at the end of this, be like,
Look
"Oh, we
at
were just
this.
kidding about these. This is all a
Look at
joke."
his name. Keep
Wait,
calm and fuck you routine. This was a open Masters final round, by the way.
What the fuck? No way.
This was an open.
This guy,
Masters-
one of them is advertising his YouTube channel.
yeah. Like,
His
it's-
his
take-
logo was just like "Follow me for gameplay" or something. Look,
Yeah.
YouTube gameplays.
Look at it's just
Why are the
like-
shots so quick and then it drops
yeah,
off
it
so
jitters,
fast?
right?
Like
It jitters.
laggy.
Like it's just insane.
Yeah, this is not.
no.
This
like
this is such a monkey's paw situation where it's like, oh, esports at the Olympics, fuck yeah, and then the
Oh.
Olympic bid is like, let's do
at
the
this.
virtual versions of sports we already
Esports
have.
at home.
Yeah,
yeah, esports at home,
literally
dude.
esports at home. Like this is just. Oh man, this is so disappointing to me.
Yeah.
It is. This is the most disappointed I've been in like a news
Because, like you
Like-
said earlier, I'm not sure if you said it before the podcast, but or actually no, I think you said it before. It's like they're going to throw esports at the Olympics for this, and
Yeah,
like they're going to see it's not going to do well, and they're going to be
No,
like, well,
no
why would
one
we
is-
ever try this again?
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah.
they're self sabotaging because
Yeah.
They are.
there was like hype around getting esports at the Olympics, and now this is what they've chosen to do. It's like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
This is so like not like just completely fucking old boomer level like thought
It is.
process. You know what I mean?
It
like it's
is.
just so out of
It's
left
insane.
field and not
It's insane. It's
not
so
what
bad.
people want. No, like no offense to these people who are playing these fucking dumbass mobile esports games, but it's dumb.
It is.
It's
No,
stupid.
it
like,
is.
It's stupid. It's
And
not.
this is just a massive cash grab, like all
It
of
is.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because this also has microtransactions and whatnot. Like, let's see if I can find. Is there anything? Because I did see.
For what? What do you can you buy precision hits? Like what does that mean?
Yeah, so here we go. Like you can buy like different like pride stuff and
Oh,
you
okay,
can-
like skins
yeah,
and shit.
like
Oh,
skins
okay,
and
okay.
stuff
So it's
like
just
that, right?
cosmetic.
But yeah, it's
It's
all
not like
mixed
it's
up.
not
But
like
look
you
at-
can buy like an exotic racket that gives you like
no,
precision
it's-
damage or some shit.
no, but like, dude, it's just insane.
Every
But-
second hit does like some
Just
fucking
cold
light,
damage.
does
Like-
like, does like fire
Burn
damage.
poison
Yeah.
damage.
now I want to stop it there, but I wanted to ask you boys, okay? Now, I think the reason why they didn't get CS:GO and stuff like that was because you're shooting people, right? I feel
Mm.
like that is the
I
reason,
guess.
Mm.
right? If you guys were in charge, if you guys were in the Olympic committee and you were like, we need to get some esports games, what games would you guys actually have put into this? No matter what, doesn't matter if it's shooting or not, what games would you actually had inside of esports to show people like this is what this shit actually
I
is?
got three.
League or Dota for
I
sure.
got 3 games.
Okay.
Rocket
I think-
League,
Yeah.
League of Legends,
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Fortnite's an interesting
That's
one. I
good.
like Fortnite. Fortnite's
Because
good.
you
yeah,
get you get Fortnite because you get viewers.
Yeah.
True.
It's not
That's a
because
good
it's
point.
necessarily like one of the better esports games,
Mhm.
but it brings in people watching. So
That's a good point. That's a good point. Like, I think Rocket League would definitely be one of my choices as well. I think
Rocket League
is-
family friendly,
Yeah.
looks fucking cool to watch.
Mhm.
Like
And
to me,
also-
Rocket League is like an analog to like skateboarding at the Olympics, where like
Yeah.
skateboarding's just fucking cool to watch. You know,
Exactly.
Rocket League's fucking cool to watch.
because
And there is the sport element with the ball.
Yeah,
hitting
yeah,
goals.
exactly. And
it's
it takes
very
skill.
easy. It's
Takes
very
real skill.
easy to
Yes.
understand. It's very easy to
Yeah.
understand, like, for people because, like, with the Olympics, there's a lot of people there who don't play video games. They don't understand this type of stuff. So
Totally.
something like Rocket League would be very good because you can understand what's going on. It's a car hitting a ball into the net, right?
I have a
Very
fourth one as
easy.
well.
Fourth one? Yeah.
Overwatch, because Overwatch already has world leagues.
True.
They already have
Yeah.
Okay.
countries.
I will state Overwatch League is shit. It's not good, but
It is. No, it
it's
is,
bad.
but it already has the infrastructure to transfer that
Yes,
over
I
to
think
an Olympic sport.
Overwatch. That was actually one of mine. Overwatch as an Olympic sport or as an esport. Overwatch as an esport was good when it first came out. When it first
Because
came out,
they've
it
done
was
like
so
they've
hyped.
done the world league where
They
each
have.
team is a country, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So they
because
have
they
done.
always got the Overwatch league normally where they have like there's like US,
Yeah, like
whatever.
yeah, it's all the US states. So yeah, it's
But
like Houston,
they do
Dallas,
have they've done Overwatch like the world league where
Mhm.
it was actual countries. So
countries
just
versus each other. Exactly.
do
And
that.
I
Like
think
you know
that
what I mean?
is
Like yeah,
there's
not
so
fucking not tic tac bow or some
Bo
shit, man, or like or
Lee.
world or like virtual regatta, like
Mhm.
Virtual regatta, man.
Dude, League could be an interesting one. League was definitely one that would be confusing for other people to watch, but like for people
that's
that
true.
are huge into League would love it. You know what I mean? And like
Brings in
actually having
viewers.
it
Like
brings in viewers, right? That's the thing.
that's
It
the
brings in
thing is,
viewers.
yeah.
Fortnite is a good choice as well because again, very easy to see. Man shoots other man. You know what I mean? It's not
But once
hard.
again, it is
Right?
shooting.
It
But you
is
do have the
shooting.
building aspect, so it's not
Mhm.
just shooting.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't
And
know. It's kind of tough. I can understand why they're in a weird situation, but I know like the X Games have done video
yeah,
games before.
yeah,
They've done
exactly.
Call of Duty, I think.
Yeah, and it, like that
Um,
stuff went really well. That stuff went actually really,
yeah.
really well, right?
So,
So
but to be
yeah,
fair, Activision did pay. Like, I mean, it's always just they're always slipping some money
Yeah,
over
it's always
oh
there.
yeah,
to sweeten the
exactly.
deal. But
Mhm. But yeah, I think stuff
yeah, I
like
think this is the maybe the first and last time we see
Oh,
esports
oh
in the
yeah,
definitely.
Olympics.
There's no way
yeah,
they put it back in after this.
Because who the
This will
fuck?
fail.
No one is going to be watching these sports
no,
except for the maybe 100 people who across all 8 of those games
Mhm.
that that play those games.
I
You know what I mean? Like,
So
the
tune
thing
back
is,
into the podcast after the
yeah,
Singapore Olympics and
the like I was
dude, we
gonna
should do like
quickly
live
say,
reacts to fucking virtual regatta. Let's go.
yeah, I was gonna quickly say that the thing about these games, right, and this is the issue that this is like my biggest issue I have with these games is that Olympics is like the pinnacle of people in the sport versus each other, right? Is there any skill involved with like most of these games?
We just
most
don't know.
no.
We don't know how many
Yeah,
hours they're spending on virtual regatta
exactly,
or
bro.
or
Bro,
WBSC fucking
I can't wait for top
baseball.
10 techs in virtual regatta, right? I can't wait, bro.
I
Like,
can't wait to
Top
see
10 ticks.
I can't wait to see in the tennis one where someone has like the Nazi flag as their fucking, as their profile picture because you can just customize whatever your
true,
entire character.
true. Bro, it's insane. It's insane. Like,
Like
I think that it is actually dumb. Like, it's actually
it's just brain dead.
it is.
It's a brain dead choice and it totally goes it's just it's not they clearly were just like fuck what do we do with this
Yeah.
esports virtual sport, what are some sports, find
Mhm.
games that are attached to these sports, let's do that.
Yeah.
And then they also were like and and pay us money to do it.
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
but yeah, Gran Turismo 7's a good a good
Yeah.
pick, you
Yeah,
know.
that's a great
I
choice.
that's
That's a great
probably
choice.
one the only one out of those 8 that I think
Would
actually
possibly
hits
be
the nail
watched.
on the head. But
Yeah.
um yeah, man.
Mm.
Just
As
weird choices, weird the fact that they're just like mobile games,
Mhm.
Yeah,
which
the
I
mobile
don't want to
games
be
are
like
kind of
all the
weird.
elitist or whatever, but like that's not, you know,
That's
when
not
you're
it.
showing the world video games, you're gonna show people like
Exactly.
tic-tac-toe and virtual regatta and some dude on a couch with fucking
Like
ruining his spine, fucking playing on a phone. Like
yeah. Dude, yeah,
Personally, I
as
think
that's
that the point of esports is that it's supposed to be like something that anyone can play, but you have to
Mhm.
spend thousands of hours to get that
get
good.
good at.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I feel
Exactly.
like some of the most of these games you can
easy to
just
play, hard
practice
to
for 20
master.
minutes.
Bro,
Yeah, though none of those games
tic-tac-toe.
struck me as hard to
Tic-tac-toe
master.
is tic-tac-toe. It literally is just
You also just
tic-tac-toe.
aim with like the gyro.
I
Like
don't
it's
get
Yeah.
it.
just
I don't
it's
get it.
just tic tac
Like,
toe. Like, oh, can you play tic
we
tac toe? Fuck, you're Olympic.
Yeah.
You're an Olympian. Let's
You
go.
can master that in an hour easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go right to
yeah,
Singapore.
like chess and
Chess
Gran
makes
Turismo are the
sense.
only two where I was like, but again, chess,
Wait,
real
so
life.
is chess the physical chess? Is that an Olympic sport?
No,
Is it not?
I don't think
Huh.
it is. I'm like
Well, I should have
90%
just made
sure
one.
it's not. Yeah, I'm 90% sure chess is not an Olympic sport. It used to be. I don't think it is anymore.
Hmm.
There is a chess Olympiad,
Ah,
which
okay.
is a biennial chess tournament
Okay,
in which teams representing nations of the world compete, but
but it's not actually in the
officially.
Olympics. Yeah,
Yeah, so chess. This is the first time chess is becoming an Olympic sport, and
yeah.
it's via
It's
esports.
And it's about to
insane.
die.
It's
Insane.
100
It's just
days away from the big event. I'm looking at the countdown to the big event now. Okay, so yeah, see, this is even worse, right? So the Olympic Games, the esports, happens a week outside of the Olympic Games themselves.
Before or after?
I'm not sure if 103 days is before or after the
No,
Olympics,
okay.
but it says
That's
Olympic
insane.
Esports Week. So
Right.
Yeah,
it's just
if
like
I
something off to the side, fucking
mhm. If I had a
yeah.
choice, like if I could pick like 3 games to put on, I would definitely choose Rocket League would be a good one. I think Smash
Okay,
could
this
actually
is
also be a
even
really
more
good one as
degrading.
well.
So on
Oh,
the
yeah.
Olympic Games website, they have sports, and then on the last tab, they have esports. So it's like
Oh,
totally separated from
mhm,
the sports themselves.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they
I
really
just
don't care.
they don't care. They don't care at all. I don't think it's gonna do well at all. I do generally think they're setting it up to die. I think they are
Oh
setting this up
yeah.
to die, 100%. Like, they're not doing this well at all.
But it's just so weird to me that they would do something like this because, like, whilst they're probably making a lot of money from this one
Oh,
occurrence, yeah.
yep. Jamie
The
has more?
Olympic Esports Series is a global virtual and simulated sports competition created by the IOC. So it's not even like it's only in person for the last week of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah,
rest
which is
the rest of it's virtual.
mhm.
What the
It's
fuck?
bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
so the
bad.
finals are not. Yeah, the finals in Singapore are not during the actual Olympics. I don't think.
Mhm.
23rd to 25th June. It's not even a full week.
Yep.
It's 3 days.
It's bad.
Yeah,
It's real
man.
bad.
I don't know. This is just like, as I said, it's a monkey sport situation where it's like esports
Mhm.
Olympics. Oh,
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 tic
it's
tac
this.
toe, and virtual regatta.
I don't know, man. I'm not hyped for it. I thought it'd be funny to talk about
Who
though.
is?
Yeah,
Except for
I
the
yeah.
dude on the
Yeah,
couch.
yeah. Yeah, boys,
Oh
hot or
my
not?
god. That's a fucking it's so far down on the not list that it makes me want to buy Dead Island 2. Like that's just how far down it is, man. Like
dude, I am not a fan. I'm not excited at all. I'm not
yeah,
excited at
let's
all.
move on from that shit.
yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah,
man.
it's very depressing. It's very
It is
depressing,
super depressing, and it's probably the last time we'll ever see an Olympic esports week
which is so
ever
sad
again.
to see about. It's so
But
sad.
maybe it's for the best, you know?
Yeah,
Or they could
maybe.
maybe get like someone else to do it and do it properly. Who knows?
True, true.
Yeah,
They probably
Yeah.
won't take off.
it
No,
probably won't take off.
no.
I mean, hey, at least we've got, publishers and developers doing,
Yeah, yeah. They're
esports
doing their own shit.
competitions, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does suck that it's just, we're so close,
Yeah.
So
close
close.
to greatness. But
So
what's next?
we have our video games. What we've been playing this week. I think,
Mhm.
I think we'll start off. You know what, Jamie? You have played some newer stuff. You also played some other stuff. We'll start with you.
I
What
have
did you
played
start
some
off
newer
playing?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start with the Resident Evil 4 demo,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which just dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
So actually, it's good timing that we delayed the podcast because otherwise we would have had to
Yeah.
wait till next week.
Thank God. Dude. Well, thank God for Gastro.
Thank God, that's a new sentence.
Yeah.
Unless someone got gastro before they got on a. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. Yeah. So Resident Evil 4. The demo is about 20 minutes long.
Not long. Yep.
Bit of a quick one. It's just the opening 20 minutes of the game.
Yep.
You can probably like stretch it out a bit. This is gonna be a good game. This is gonna
Good.
be a fucking good game, dude. I
You can feel
guarantee
it
you,
already?
there's no way this is bad.
Mhm.
Because this is such a step up from Resident Evil 2, in basically every way.
Damn.
Just I mean, and it's just the focus on gameplay and new ways to move and control Leon over Resident Evil 2 is such a step up. Like for instance, like this opening part in the village, you can stealth. You can do stealth attacks. You can do stealth takedowns. There's a parry. You can now parry with your knife, and it
Sick.
feels so good, bro. Like when you parry someone who's got a hatchet, you literally chop their arm off.
Sick. That's
When you
really cool.
and so like and the cool thing about the parry mechanic is that your knife has certain like like it has durability, right?
Mhm.
So you can't just like the parry is really powerful, but it's something that you don't want to use in every situation, because if you run out of the knife, which I did, I was like, shit, I don't have a knife anymore. Fuck, how am I gonna deflect this chainsaw dude?
Mhm.
Um, and it's just like just from the opening seconds of the game, it's like this is super high quality. Like this
Mhm.
game is a
It
looker.
looks really high quality.
It runs so well, dude. It's like after playing so many games on PC this year that have had just stutters, weird optimization, running like shit. It definitely a breath of the fresh air that this game immediately is running at 4K 120 the whole time, never dropping,
Mhm.
and looking great while doing it. Like
Mhm.
high frame rate, looks like super high quality, no low quality assets. Like the RE engine is nuts. It's
Mm.
like to me, it reminds me of like the quality of the Fox engine that was used for like Metal Gear Solid 5, where that
Yeah.
game, like Metal Gear Solid 5 ran at 60 FPS on the Xbox 360 and it
Mhm.
looks
Which is
good. Like
insane. Yeah.
it just there's just some engines out there that the developers use. The id 7 is the same, just that they just fucking nail it. They know
Mhm.
exactly because, and I mean they're made in house, so the developers know exactly how to get the most out of these engines.
Mhm.
Um, and that's why you don't get things like you get in UE 4 and 5 where you get the stutters because um
They know the engine is now.
they know the engine inside and out.
Mhm.
So impressed by this. I'm actually going to play this demo again. There's no time limit like on previous Resident Evil games, game demos, so you can play it as many times as you want. There's like a secret hard mode that unlocks randomly if you like press new game. It'll bring up a pop up saying, "Do you want to play like?" It's called like insane chainsaw mode or whatever.
Sick.
Um, so yeah, it's just a really I appreciate Capcom doing these demos
Mm.
because so many I feel like demos are kind of a thing of the past.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to have a demo. It's cool that it's just the opening moments of the game. And it basically ends with the title card of Resident Evil
Mhm.
4. So it's super like well produced, well timed, and I cannot fucking wait for this game. This makes the 2 weeks in between now and launch like feel like 2 years because
The the thing about something like this as well is that like a good demo like this gets so many more people hyped for it as well. Like it gets so like I was already really excited for Resident Evil 4, but like the way you're talking about it with like a parry mechanic and stuff like that, and I'm gonna play it myself, like it gets you so much more excited for
the
it,
combat
right?
feels so good. Like it feels so smooth. This is Resident Evil 4 has always been described to me as more of an actiony kind of horror game.
Yeah.
Um, and after Dead Space Remake, I think I prefer that style over like a Resident Evil 2. I think
Mhm.
I just prefer like I like combat. So I like the kind of lighter horror elements but with like really good gameplay mechanics. Um and that's what
Did
Resident Evil 4 is so far.
did you feel like you had more ammo in this, or did you not really
Oh
notice the
yeah.
difference? There's a
Bro,
lot more ammo?
I never yeah, so you know like in Resident Evil 2 you'd pick up like a handgun ammo
Yeah.
pack and it would be like you get 2 bullets.
Mhm.
Um in this I was getting like 10 to 15 bullets per drop.
Yeah, so
And
there's a
I'm not
lot
sure
more
if that's
ammo.
a demo thing, but I don't think it is. I think it is going to be similar to Dead Space
Well,
Remake where it's like they pack on the ammo and the fear sort of comes from being overwhelmed.
mhm, mhm.
Because the one sort of combat encounter you face in this game um there's so many villages. Like
Yeah.
you are the screen is filled with these people and they're flanking you. Like you'll try and back up as you're shooting someone and someone will grab you and you got to like get them off you.
Mhm.
Um there's a really cool mechanic where if you shoot them a couple times in the head, you'll stun them and you can go up to them and then like fucking kick them in the head
Sick.
and disorient them more. Like
That's cool.
there's just a lot of cool gameplay modifiers and ways to kind of maneuver Leon that
Mhm.
make it feel more uh kind of customizable to your experience. Like you can
Yeah.
kind of play how you want to.
Mhm.
Um and yeah, man, I'm just so impressed by this. Like I was already really hyped for this game, but I cannot wait to play like 20 to 25 hours of this
Mhm.
because I think this is gonna be a game of the year contender. I really do. I think this
Damn,
is
okay.
I don't think there's much chance that this is worse than the original Resident Evil 4. And the original Resident Evil 4 is like some people's favorite game of all time. Like it's got a
Mhm.
96 on Metacritic. This is a big deal. Like
Yeah.
this is going to be a huge game, a high quality game, a game that runs well on PC, that looks good, and I can't fucking wait, dude. I
Mhm.
can't wait. I think everyone needs to try the demo. It's free,
Yeah.
20 minutes, and you will be in pain waiting 2 weeks for it to come out.
Last question. You said the movement feels better. What's different about the movement? So you said it's parrying, but
So
what's
in
different
terms
about
of
the
the
movement?
movement, he feels similar to. I think he's just more agile.
Okay, so
Because
that he just more dexterous,
yeah, it just
basically.
feels like you're able to kind of maneuver and aim a little better.
Mhm.
In versus Resident Evil 2, but I think that's because Resident Evil 2, like you kind of need to because the combat encounter in Resident Evil 4 is very open.
Yeah.
And that's very different to Resident Evil 2 that was very like
Close
corridor
quarters.
centric.
Yeah.
Very close quarters. There is still that sort of like they've done a really clever thing where it's still claustrophobic, but the space is more open, And I think the claustrophobia comes from the sheer number of villages.
Yeah.
I can actually skip along a bit because that's where you'll really see like. So you can see that. Hold on, I'll move along a little bit more. Yeah, so there's still like rooms where you're attacking, and you can just fucking fly kick people in the head. Yeah, man. I think you just also like instead of using the knife to destroy barrels, you literally just like
just
kick them. Like it's so funny because it's sort of goofy. Like the demo ends with with Leon saying, because what happens is the villagers will just they hear a bell and they just leave, and that's the end of the demo. And Leon just says like, "Where are you guys going? Bingo," which is a line from the first game, but it's just funny. Like
I
it's
love
just
it.
fucking,
I love
it's just
it.
weird like Japanese humor, like in a
That's
way
the thing,
that
is that
that Resident Evil 2 is more serious, and this is not as serious, but it's striking a really cool line between the seriousness of Resident Evil 2 and more of the fun of Resident Evil 4. Yeah, I can't fucking wait for this game, dude. I can't believe it's so soon. I can't believe it only got announced like it was like June last year, and we're already getting it. Like I love that this cadence of announcement and release that Capcom has. I didn't even know the shotgun was in the demo. I didn't find a shotgun. That's really cool.
New to you?
No, I
That's
definitely
new to
did not go in this house. Like this whole sequence where he's like kicking down ladders. I didn't do this. Like there's a lot of variance in where you can go and what you can do in the demo. Like, yeah, no, none of the dude. I barely fought the chainsaw guy, by the way, because I was just first in the villages and he was sort of like lurking around. This is sick, dude. Even just looking at this, I'm like, damn, I gotta play this demo again because like there's a lot of variance in like the combat encounters, which is really cool.
This is really cool.
Really cool. Cannot wait. It's gonna be one to look out for sure. So that is Resident Evil 4 demo.
That's really cool. No, exciting. Very exciting indeed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Alrighty. No, yeah, very excited for that. Nathan, we'll jump to you next, buddy. What have you been playing this week?
I don't have any gameplay because we've already talked about it, so I'll go through them quickly. I started playing Hogwarts Legacy. I've only
How you liking that so far?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the feeling of the gameplay quite a lot, but really I haven't gotten too far in it, so that's all I've gotten to feel. I've just gone through like the start and gone to 2 classes, and that's about it. So
like, how many spells do you have at that? You've only got like the base, kind of like a couple of
just
spells.
like the base 4 wheel bit. Yeah.
Have they started teaching you like kind of the juggle mechanics of spellcasting a little bit, or is that like really early?
Yeah, I think I just got up to that. Yeah.
And the gameplay is really solid. Really solid.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. But yeah, we already talked quite a bit about that, and also I've been playing with everyone the Sons of the Forest. And
yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it. Pretty much what you guys said. It's just like a survival game that feels a bit more polished than most other survival games that we've seen in the last like 10 years. And yeah, I don't know. It just feels more chill to play, and you don't have to worry as much about grinding and doing all sorts of shit you don't want to do.
I will say, yeah, it has been a much better experience in playing with 4 to 5 players versus playing with 2. Just because, like, when Seto and I went into a cave for the first time, it was like it was a real challenge.
It was a challenge.
Like when the 4 of us are going through this cave, it's like, oh, just fuck up these babies, like fuck up this the finger guy, just beat him up with torches. Like Seto and I went through like all of our handgun ammo the first time. We were like, we're just gonna pop these guys. But this time we're a little more confident, and we had the numbers on them, so that helped.
Exactly. It's very good.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sons of the Forest is great. Still great. Fantastic. Can't wait to play more.
Yeah. Well, I think we're playing some more tonight, right? We're gonna play some more tonight. Yeah, we are.
I will be.
Yeah. No, we'll play some more tonight. But yeah, no, it's really good. It's really good. One thing I enjoyed more last night, I kind of got more experience with, was the base building and how like putting the sticks down and stuff like that. Like I really love how it's not just prefabs. You put up a prefab and it's done. You actually like build it yourself, which I really like. I find that really cool. Like I enjoy that more and more. And Shadow just somehow working out how to build a door. That's kind of the weird stuff. Like
so I think what he did was he halved a log.
He did, and
then put it on the wall diagonally, and that just creates a gate.
It does.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense.
But you know what?
I'm
okay with it.
Yeah,
because now we have
and
a
the
way
thing
in and
is,
out of our base.
we're not even using it though.
No, we're not because
Yeah,
we don't want we're worried about leaving it open and then the cannibals get
exactly.
in. So you know,
Yeah,
I
and for
do
example,
like that how quickly we built that base compared to how long it took Settle and I
oh,
to
it's
do that.
yeah, it's like 7
But
hours
to be
last time,
fair,
and
Should
then
do that.
it was like 5 days of us being like, man, there's a lot of cannibals around. What should we do? And then we're like, oh, we can put up
yeah,
a fence,
and the first, like,
put up a
2 to
wall
3
to stop
days
them from getting in.
2 to 3 days, we got food. Like, we have more experience now, so we got a lot of food. Now we have a lot of food now.
Yeah,
Like,
we were
we
sort of
have
just
an abundance.
learning the
Yeah.
game. And now this time we can sort of use that knowledge to get through some of the early game stuff quicker, which
Yeah,
is cool.
exactly. Yeah, which is fine. I'm enjoying it. But
And
yeah,
yeah, I
no,
mean, obviously having 4 people just means that we're hoarding
easier.
so many
So much.
materials, so much
Yeah.
food, and we're good to go, and we can just keep exploring
Mhm.
um
Mhm.
and fighting off cannibals.
Yeah, exactly. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
no,
I'm
like
glad you're enjoying it,
base
Nathan.
yeah,
It
the
That's
was
base
good.
awesome.
building,
Yeah,
good.
because
Yeah, no,
I
I
know
think it's
because survival games have been hit or miss for us. I feel like where
Yeah, there aren't
sometimes
many that go for all of us. Yeah, I think
exactly,
Minecraft is really like the
yeah,
only other one.
exactly.
mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, yeah, because like you didn't dig Valheim. Um,
Yeah. No, I
it
actually,
was
I kind of we kind of no lifed the crap out of it for a while.
that's actually a good point. Yeah,
Like
we
I
did do
enjoyed
that.
quite a lot of it. I just didn't. Yeah, it
There were a
was
lot of
fun. Yeah,
weird issues with like combat and stuff like that.
yeah.
I
I like
found
the building
The
parts.
the
It was
building
fun.
was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the one game that we all enjoyed for a bit, but I think with there was one thing that destroyed it was V Rising. And I think the thing that destroyed it was we put our base at the very bottom of the map, so far
It's
away
way
from
too far.
everything.
But hey, with
Yeah,
this new update,
Walking.
I'm once
I'm
we're
down
kind
to go
of done
back.
and done with Sons of the Forest, we could go back to V Rising.
Exactly. Which I know Sons
Um,
of the Forest is not that long. I know it's not that long of a game right now.
no,
I
it's
know,
not.
yeah, I
Um,
know that we can get through the ending pretty quick if we wanted to.
yeah, like
Um,
last week when I looked up the like to get gameplay for Sons of the Forest, like the dude did it in like 2.5 hours, just
yeah,
going.
Wow.
But
it's
he knew
really
exactly where to go.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like, we're
exactly.
not
So
gonna
we
do that.
still
We're not gonna
we
look
still got
through
the
the. We're
caves
just gonna
and
explore
whatnot.
caves. Like he was just
Yeah.
going to every cave that he needed to get the item that he needed to go to
Mhm.
the next thing. Like he was basically
Exactly.
speed running it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Sons of the Forest great.
Mhm.
It's way better with the more friends you have, the better.
It
Although I
was
feel
really
like 8 people would be too many.
Maybe too many. You might have to split the
8
two groups.
yeah, 8
Yeah,
people is a
like
lot.
do
Like
like
with
2 different
5
camps.
people,
Yeah,
with
I think
5
4
people
people's a good amount for a
It
camp.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
yeah, with 5 of us, we were there and we were like destroying cannibals. Like we went to the caves easy. 8 people
For
would
8
be a
people would
small
be a small army going into the
battalion.
cave. Like the
Yeah.
cannibals will be running from us
Yeah,
because they'll be
yeah.
like, shit, man, there's 8 people with torches, man. Like
They'll
the
just see like
mobs
they'll
on
be
us.
in the caves and then they'll just see like a light around the corner and 8 people with torches just walking up to them. Yeah.
Yeah, I am also very impressed with Sons of the Forest so far.
It's really good. It's
Considering
really, really good.
I've definitely been hit or miss with survival games, and this is one that's probably the
Mhm.
one that's clicked with me the most,
Which
sans Minecraft. But
yeah, which is really interesting because like a couple of weeks ago when we talked about it, we're like, "Eh, it doesn't look that good," and then we got it, and then yeah, we're all
I'm
like,
really
"Yeah,
glad the the wood cutting animation was good because that's
brought
what
you
sold
into it."
me.
Yeah,
I saw that one Twitter clip of the wood getting cut, and I was like, "Damn, that's some good wood cutting. Like that looks kind
I'm
of
gonna
cool.
buy
Like
it.
that looks kind of fun." And
Yeah,
I was just like, "Fuck it, yeah, I'll give it a go."
yeah,
Glad I
um,
did.
yeah, no,
Sometimes
it's
you just
good.
got to take a dive, on stuff you might not
Exactly,
necessarily like. Yeah.
exactly. Um, okay, so
Shadow, what have you got to bring? What are
so
you bringing?
one game that I was going to talk about a couple weeks ago, we kind of ran out, and I did play a little bit more actually, was a
Mhm.
game called Signalis.
Oh yeah.
This game is a psychological horror that's basically, if you think of like a Resident Evil type, right? It's
Yeah.
very similar to that. Um, this game is really good. This game is really, really good. Like
So
I
what do you like about it?
so one, I'm a very big fan of stories that are very much you have to work it out yourself. I love that type of stuff. Like that's why I
Mhm.
love Elden Ring so much, and that's why I love like Dark Souls and whatnot. It's where you have to piece it together by working out information and whatnot. And this game
Sure.
is very, very similar to that, where it's very much you have to piece the story together. This game will make no sense whatsoever when you first play it. But I've done a couple of playthroughs, and you can get through it pretty quickly once you know what you're doing and actually get through it. You can see there. So with the combat, one thing that's really cool about the combat is that you basically can highlight an enemy and then there's a
Mhm.
box that goes around them and it gets smaller and smaller, and the smaller it gets, the more damage you actually do. Which like when you do first thing one or so enemies, it's really easy. But when you get to multiple enemies, you kind of have to prioritize your targets on who you want to
So
kill.
it's a timing thing, right? So it'll just keep getting smaller, but obviously if
Yeah,
they're closer to you, you're gonna want to pull the trigger to
yeah,
stop them from attacking
exactly.
you. Right. Okay. That
Exactly.
makes sense. Cool.
One thing is that's really cool is I love the art style of this game. It has this very retro art style, which looks really cool, but it still has this very nice polish and the way the character moves and how enemies move and stuff like that. There's a lot of like puzzles that you can do throughout this game as well, where you go in like the first person mode. You have to do like certain puzzles and whatnot. Um,
Is the progression completely tied to puzzles? Like to get to certain areas, you need to solve puzzles to get there. Like is it like
ye-
Resident Evil where like
it's like Resident
there's a
Evil.
room where it's like you gotta get the 3 green gems to put it in the
Yes,
blue
it's
holder.
it's
Yeah, okay,
very
right.
it's
Yeah, so
very
it's very
similar to
much
that.
like old Resident Evil
It is
style.
very much. I'm pretty sure the developers said they were very much inspired off of Resident Evil when they're doing
Yeah,
stuff like
that's what a
this.
lot of people said when this first came out. Was that
Yeah,
it
it's
And
reminded
it
them a
looks
lot
like
of
it. Yeah.
old
yeah,
school.
it's very very much inspired
Is
off
it
of
tank
Resident Evil.
controlly? Like, do you to aim? Do you have to stop moving completely?
No, you can move while aiming. You can move
Okay,
while
okay,
aiming. So
that's
yeah,
nice.
you can do that.
Booba?
Booba.
Yeah,
You can do that.
one thing that's weird about this game, and there might be a story reason, but why is the main character like a booba anime chick?
There is story reasons to it.
Okay,
I don't want to spoil because
that's fine.
if you are going to play it, working at yourself is very fun
It
though. It
reminded
is
me of
very
a
fun.
game a demo that I played during one of the Steam Next Fest, which was it was what was it called? Tormented Souls or something.
Something
Oh
like
It
yeah.
that.
was like a Resident Evil one, and it starts with like just this. The main character is like this anime chick, and the beginning of the game, you get knocked out and wake up in a tub with a tube down your throat, and she's completely
Oh.
naked.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was
Oh.
like,
It's
what
very
the
unexpected.
fuck is this, bro? Like, what is this? I don't think that's it's not as crass as that is, but that was
Mm,
a weird shock. I was like, okay,
yeah.
there's boobs on my screen. Um,
Um,
yeah, very
but
weird. Anyway,
one of my
just
favorite
reminded me because they're both
stuff
anime.
that yeah, one of my favorite subgenres is psychological horror. I
Mhm.
love these type of games. Love these types of games. And this game is very much that. This game has a couple of jump scares, couple of jump scares, but it's mainly it has some really cool and really weird imagery in it, and it's great. It is such like a mind fuck of a type of game. It's great, and I love it. It's really, really cool in how the game actually plays and how it feels and whatnot. It's very much definitely that psychological horror. It's definitely down my alley of what I actually like. Um, like I would say this game is a very close to a 9 out of 10. The only thing that's stopping it, the one thing that's stopping it from being 10 out of 10, I talked to you about this before, Jake, is the inventory system in this game is really, really annoying. So you have
But
six
is
slots.
that by design though?
Uh,
Because it's a
I
survival horror game, so it kind of
so so I
is the
will
frustration on purpose?
no, and I'll explain why in a second. So in this game, you have 6 slots, okay? And each item takes up a slot. You have a stun gun, which can one hit any zombie or anything you run into. It can one hit those things, okay?
Mhm.
You have a gun, ammunition, and then flashlight, okay? And each of those take up a slot. So that is 4 of your 6 slots gone. And then
But
you
you
can
don't necessarily need all 4 of those.
it's you need the flashlight. You need the flashlight. You do because
Right.
a lot of rooms are completely and utterly just pitch black, and you need the flashlight to see. The gun you very much need as
Well,
well
yeah,
because
obviously you
that's how
need
you
a
kill
gun. But do you
multiple.
need the gun and the stun gun?
From playthrough, yes, you do. The issue you don't need the stun gun, but you don't have a lot of ammunition with the gun. You will run out. So the stun gun is kind of your backup on this situation,
Is
right?
the
So like
stun gun does it have ammo as well, or is it infinite?
It has like 3 uses. It's like 2, 3 uses, something like that. And once you use it, once you use it all the time, it's gone, basically, right? Um, but then this is where the issue actually comes in, is that you get a lot of quest items. You get a lot of quest items, right? And you'll run out of room for said quest items. So you start to put it into like your vault. So you have like safe rooms like this, and you basically have places where you can so yeah, there's a stun rod right there. Um, and basically what happens is you can put them into your like a little cache, basically. And what you do is you have to run to a door, you have to place them in, then you have to run all the way back to the safe room, grab them, run all the way back to the door, and you're constantly doing that loop. And there's no way to actually upgrade your inventory slots. Like in
It'd be
Resident
good if you
Evil,
could just like combine them in the room together and then bring one item.
exactly,
Yeah.
right? But there's already a mod out for it right now where you get more inventory slots. There's also other mods where like your flashlight becomes an intrinsic into your
Awesome
actual
CD.
inventory. But the
All
developer has
perfectly
also
legal.
said that they are looking to actually basically make the inventory system better. Even the developer said that they are not a fan of the inventory system, and they're going to bring out an update over the next couple of weeks or couple of months to actually fix it, but still keep it to where it's small enough, but not like as constrictive as it is now. That is my only complaint about this game. This game, otherwise, it's really good. There's multiple endings to the game as well, so like each person can get a very different ending because of how you play through the game. Yeah, the
So were
game
there choices that dictate that?
yeah, so when you go through the game, there's different choices in what you can do and like different paths that you can actually take. It's kind of similar how in Dark Souls, like you know, in Elden Ring, you can go down like certain things, you get like certain mending runes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
right.
This game is kind of similar to that, where you can go down certain pathways and stuff like that.
So
To
what you're
achieve
saying is
different.
this is the Dark Souls of survival horror games.
Yeah, sure, you can go with it. But yeah, no, this game it's really good overall. So you can see right here, you can see the 6 actual different
So
slots
there
that
is
you
the
actually have.
storage, so you can just store
Yeah,
stuff
you
and
can't exactly, and usually, like in my playthroughs, I will store stuff. I'll store the puzzle stuff, and then I will run to the door, run back, run to the door, run back. But even then, like if you want to store your weapons and whatnot, and just pick up only puzzle pieces, put them all in. When you go to the next room, guess what? There might be some infected there, and you're defenseless. Right? That's the issue.
but you can
So
run past them, right?
you can run past the infected. Yes, you can run past the infected. Um, but yeah, that is like my only complaint about this game. Otherwise, this game is really good. The other thing cool about this game is that the infected will come back eventually, right? So even once you kill them, eventually they'll reanimate and they'll come back. And the only way to stop them is just to burn them, right? So
Oh
you
yeah,
get
that's Resident Evil 1.
yeah, it's
They did that
Resident
in
Evil
Resident
1.
Evil 1,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's Resident Evil 1 type shit. But it's really cool because you only get a certain amount of them, and some rooms have like they're really difficult to get around them. So you burn those, but then you kind of need it for later and whatnot. It's a very like it's very much Resident Evil where you have to like be conservative with your resources. It's really cool. I love it. It's great. It's a very very good game, and I would highly recommend it. It is the story is definitely confusing if you don't know what the hell is going on. But after like 2 playthroughs, which isn't that long, 2 playthroughs is not that long. You get an idea what the story actually is, and it's really good. It's very, very good.
Cool.
So yeah, that's Signalis. Jamie, we'll get back to you. What game? What game do you got?
Oh yeah, I do have another game.
You do.
Oh, let me get it. I played another demo, but
Mhm.
it's a little different to the Resident Evil 4 demo because it is I played the Wolong Fallen Dynasty demo.
Yeah.
But the difference is that this came out like a couple days before the full release, and it
Mhm.
is just the first 2 levels of the game.
Yep.
Yeah, this game is good. I don't think it's like my favorite. So I mean, okay, let me pull back a little bit. This is very much like a Souls-like game. It's made by the same, it's made by Team Ninja, who have done Neo 2. They
Mhm.
did Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, the one with the fuck
Mhm.
chaos. That was that
Yeah.
team. And so this is more of a return to form for that team. It's more in the vein of Neo than it is Stranger of Paradise. I've played a limited amount of Neo, like maybe a little bit of the first game. I haven't played the second at all. I heard the second is really good though.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Wolong Fallen Dynasty is an interesting beast in that I like the combat a lot. It feels very similar to Neo in terms of like the fluidity and hitting criticals feels satisfying and there's obviously a parry mechanic. The parry mechanic feels very similar to Sekiro, but maybe like a
Ooh.
lighter version of that where it's
Yeah.
not you're not completely bound to using parry, except in some instances, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, the combat overall feels really great. The thing about this game though is that the PC version fucking sucks. It is so it is so bad, dude.
Mhm.
Like this game is so for one thing, right? So I installed the demo on Steam. This is a little side note on this game, right? Installed the demo on Steam. That version was older than the Windows Store version of the demo, so the game was locked at 60 FPS. There was no way to uncap it.
Shit.
You could only cap it at 30 or 60. And I was like, well, that's fucking weird. And then I saw a
That's
bunch of people
weird.
talking about it and being like, oh yeah, I can cap it at 120. I was like, how the fuck are you doing that? Turns out the Windows Store demo is a later version of the game, and that did have a cap at 120. But even still, that game, once you cap it, it is still doing those stutters where it drops to like 59 or 119 just below.
Mm,
So every time you're going to a new area, you get this little jitter every time you
mhm.
basically load a new asset.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
the
just
if
it's
you
shader
look at the
compilation.
actual things, it would be like way lower than that. It's like a 0.1% low, so
Yeah,
it'd probably be
exactly.
like 25 FPS or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Yeah. But it
Yeah,
only that's right. On the FPS
you just
counter, it
don't
only
see
shows like
it.
a 1 frame drop, but it's actually much worse.
Yeah,
Um, so that is
And
very annoying. So basically, I stopped playing the PC version. I played part of the first level, and I was like, this is awful. I can't play. This is unplayable for me. Especially in a game that really requires Twitch
In a
kind of
Souls-like, right?
maneuvers in a
Yeah.
Souls-like where you need to constantly have a high frame rate, a smooth frame rate. So then I started playing the Series X version of the demo, and the cool thing is that my progress carried over from the Windows Store demo straight to the Series
That's
X
cool.
version, because it's just the same version of the game, just on different platforms.
Mhm.
So that was good, and I love this game. I really do. I think it's really good. It was just that initial thing with the Steam demo not working and then the Windows Store demo still not working that I cannot recommend this game on PC like at all.
Mhm.
It's just, I mean, you'll see like from the reviews on the Steam reviews now. I think when I last saw it, it was mostly the negative because it's just not.
Wow, that bad. Shit.
It's not a playable experience. It just
I
feels
will.
really bad, and it's constantly. It just does not hit the frame rates that you'd expect it to hit, considering it doesn't look that great. I don't think it's a very pretty necessarily game. I think it's on the same kind of level as like Neo and Neo 2. But Neo 2 came out like 6 years ago.
Yeah, I
So
could see this being on like Xbox One, PS4.
yeah, exactly. And I mean it is. It's cross-platform, like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
cross-generational, but um there's just some really weird visual elements where some assets just don't stream correctly. Like, I don't know, you probably can't pick it up in the gameplay here, but this person might actually be playing on PlayStation or Xbox. But the PC version, like, you'll have like rocks that are just blurry. It's like just
Weird.
not like I'm at max settings and these just stuff isn't loading in properly and it just looks really, really pixelated and bad. Um, so yeah, from a technical perspective, this game is just kind of all over the place. The experience is definitely better on Xbox Series X. I've heard the best version to play it on at the moment is PS5, which is
Mhm.
interesting. But yeah, in terms of from like a gameplay perspective, as I said, it's really smooth. Another weird thing is the first boss fight at the end of the first level is, from what I've heard, the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, I remember you saying you were struggling with that. Like,
Interesting.
Like people have said, like if you can get past the first boss in the game, you will be fine for the rest of the game. Like it is they do this skill check thing with the first boss to kind of like make sure you're fully prepared when it comes to parrying, because as I said, parrying is not really needed when it comes to normal like killing regular enemies, but when it comes to bosses, it's all parrying. Like if you can't get the parry timing window, you can't beat this game because the
Mhm.
bosses all require you to do that. You'll see in the gameplay here, if you're watching the video, he'll sort of pulse red, and so he's doing a attack that you cannot dodge. You have to parry it.
Yeah, parry, yeah.
But parrying that basically stuns him for an extended amount of time and takes down a lot of his posture. This is similar to how it works in Sekiro, where parrying takes down their posture.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and the cool thing is, like, so basically at the top there's two bars. So on the bottom left side of the bar, that's that enemy's posture.
Mhm.
When that completely fills up, or actually depletes, um, it stuns the enemy, and you do the sickest like
Yeah.
parry animation
Mhm.
to a boss I think I've ever seen in a game. It's so
Mhm.
dope. Like some of the animation in this game looks really
I
good.
remember seeing because this with
Um,
this boss, you like jump in the air, right? You like
yeah,
flick
you do a
yourself
really
into the
sick. I hope
air.
he does it. Yeah, like I think he'll do it here.
Yeah, is this it? Oh,
He's not doing it. He's
No.
not. Oh,
oh,
there we go.
there it
Yeah,
There
is.
it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that it's
And you
really
do like this
cool.
sick move that does a ton of
It's
damage, and it's
really
really,
cool.
really satisfying. And that component of getting their posture down to eventually do those kind of attacks, that's basically needed, and that's sort of the whole loop of the game, I'd say, in
Mhm.
terms of the boss fights. They haven't really struck me as that interesting in terms of boss design. I actually think the first boss has been the most interesting so far. So far, I've
Yeah.
beaten 3 bosses. So there was only one boss in the first level, and then the second level has this boss, and then there's a big hog you fight later on.
Mhm.
Um,
Big
yeah,
hog.
overall, I just think it's just a giant dick. No, it actually reminds me of the hog in Wild Hearts, which is
Mhm.
funny. It almost looks like the same kind of asset, but they've like tricked it out, and it's weird because they're both Bandai Namco, so it's like, did they use the same asset? I don't know.
Mhm.
Anyway, um, yeah, no, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm definitely gonna, once I get off this Destiny 2 kick, this will be what I play, I think, between
Yeah.
this and Wild Hearts, and
Mhm.
it's really enjoyable so far. It's on Game Pass, so that's makes it 10 times easier.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't play it
Very
on
good.
PC. Don't do it to yourself.
Just don't do it.
Just hope you have an Xbox, basically, if you want to play it on Game Pass. So that's my one piece of advice.
Mhm.
Seto, do we
Uh,
want to talk a little bit about Destiny?
yeah, I say we talk a little bit. We don't need to talk about much. I think it's only like 5-10 minutes. Look, I like the thing is like I think everyone's caught up to what we said last week, JB. Gameplay's
We
good.
don't have to talk. We don't have to talk about the campaign.
No.
I just want to say that from a post-campaign grind aspect, I think this is the most fun I've had in a post game of a
Absolutely.
DLC in a
Hmm.
very long time. I think ever, honestly.
Yeah, same.
Um, like none of the DLCs I've ever felt the need to go to a second and third character to
Hmm.
grind because I just wanted to play more ever. Not even Witch Queen, not Beyond Light, not Shadowkeep.
Hmm.
Forsaken I did because we were trying to do day one raid, but that was not even because I wanted to necessarily. It's because I felt like I had to get my light up
Hmm.
for that raid. That we didn't even get past the first encounter for.
Exactly. So don't worry about it.
But yeah, man, like Lightfall from like a Destiny. I don't want to say Destiny veteran. I think it's so cringe to say that, but like that's what people
As a
call
Disney veteran.
people who
Yeah.
have played Destiny for a long time, who are Destiny vets.
Hmm.
I think from that perspective, as someone who's been in this game for so long, it's just so good. Like the difficulty changes, some
Hmm.
of the changes to the your guardian rank, seasonal changes,
Hmm.
the way they actually do. So I'll explain all of that a little bit. The way they do the seasonal engram changes, which is super
Yeah.
like minute, whatever. Like people who are
Hmm.
new to the game don't give a fuck at all. Um, but the idea that you do a bunch of activities like strikes, raids, dungeons, and you get keys, right? Seasonal keys.
Hmm.
You can get a max of 5, and that sort of allows you to get more rewards from the seasonal activity.
Hmm.
And it's not
Hmm.
just like a slight reward. It's like you can get a bunch of really
A
cool loot
significant
that
one.
like significant loot that really makes a difference. And so that in and of itself is pushing me because I want to get the seasonal loot.
Hmm.
It's pushing me into like Gambit and Crucible and Strikes and doing Nightfalls. And so
Hmm.
I think the loop of the game is based around not just making your Guardian better, but making you better at the game as a whole
Hmm.
in terms
Hmm.
of like pushing you to better yourself, your ability in the game in a way that previous expansions haven't, and Destiny as a whole hasn't.
Hmm.
Where for the longest time, I was very much like I do the base minimum to get through the stuff that I want to get through. Like I
Hmm.
wasn't pushing myself to do Grandmaster Nightfalls, which is the highest level of strike in the game, right? I
Hmm.
wasn't trying to do trials or competitive PvP. But the way they've set up the Guardian ranks, which isn't perfect at
Not
all,
by any means.
but some of what they've done with the Guardian ranks, and that's basically a system where it's mainly for new players, but it guides you through do this, do this, do this, get ranks up, and learn the game.
Hmm.
And it's not perfect at all, but it has made me play the game in new ways that I wouldn't have typically done before.
Absolutely.
Like for instance, to get to rank 7, I had to flawless Legend Lost Sector.
Hmm.
I wouldn't have really particularly tried to go for that at all, because you don't actually necessarily get anything out of it. But it made me a better player because it made me be more cautious in legend content. It made me learn how to play in a situation where I'm 30 light below.
Hmm.
Like the game is teaching me how to adapt to difficult scenarios
Hmm.
in a way that it hasn't before, and I think that's really rewarding as a player who's been playing this game for 9 years now.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure how the new player experience is, right? Like I'm not
Not
I
good apparently.
yeah, right. Like
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know how
apparently
I
they're
don't because
apparently
Lightfall campaign itself was confusing for us, so I'm not sure how it feels for a new player. I'm
apparently
not
people are
sure
really
where
struggling with the new difficulty changes. People are really struggling with the new difficulty changes, which is understandable. Um, I'm in a very similar boat to you. I've been playing this game for a very long time, very, very long time, and many, many hours into Destiny. And as you know, Jamie, for like last year, I was very much not wanting to play this game anymore. I was
yeah,
really out of it. And
burnt out.
even when we played Lightfall, I was like, I'm probably only going to do the campaign. Like, I do not see how I can get back into it. But as you said, all the changes and whatnot they have made is just so good. Um,
So many quality of life
the
changes.
new subclasses, you said, Jamie, the Berserker Titan is so much fun. It seriously is. It is absolutely the new Titan. So basically, with the new Titan, with Strand as a subclass, you get the ability to suspend enemies, which basically, like, imagine wrapping strings around enemies, you hold them up into the air. Basically, you can do more damage to them, so on and so forth. Titans have very easy ways of doing that. Also, Titans now have 3 melee charges with the Strand ability, which makes it very easy to run through. The super is absolutely insane. It's really, really good.
It's just a fun subclass overall.
It seriously
Like
is. It's seriously
yeah, like I
fun.
don't want to get too in the weeds, but
Mm,
all 3 subclasses feel really fun to
they
play.
do.
And
Yeah.
that was another reason why I wanted to play 3 characters, is because I wanted to
Mhm,
try out how the Hunter plays, how the
mhm.
Titan plays. Um, and I think they've just done a really good job with the subclass overall compared to Stasis, which was
Yes,
the previous
which
kind of
wasn't.
dark subclass
Yeah.
they introduced in Beyond Light. Strand is dope.
Yeah,
As
one thing with each of the strength classes as well, which I did say, was that they feel fluid. One thing I noticed with like the other classes, especially with stasis and whatnot, they didn't feel that fluid. They felt very rigid. Like they felt like very like kind of
Well, I do
stuck.
think that's almost by design, because the way, like in the campaign, the way some of the characters are describing Strand is it's like the flow of a river,
Mhm,
and they've sort of taken that narrative piece of dialogue and they've
mhm.
applied that to how the subclass works intrinsically for players.
Yeah,
And so I think that's really well done. Like
it
overall,
is
I think Strand is maybe one of the best introductions of
100%.
a new way to play that Destiny's ever had.
Mhm,
Even with like the back in Taken King, when they had the 3 new base level subclasses for Solar, Arc, and Void.
mhm.
Um, I just think they're fucking they actually nailed the subclass, man. They
Yeah.
really did.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so
and
fun.
yeah, no, overall it's just really good. Like all the different changes. You already talked about like a lot of the changes. I can't really say much else with actually how it's working. The only thing I will say I'm not a fan of with what they added in accommodations. I think it's dumb. I think accommodations are really dumb.
So that
Base
was half of the Guardian rank, right?
Yeah,
Issue,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Is that
So
yeah, explain the commendation system
yes. So
just a little
basic
bit.
accommodations. If like other games kind of have it, like Overwatch has it and whatnot, or basically what you do is at the end of a match, at the end of like a strike, crucible, something like that, you can basically give accommodation to someone else if they were a good sports, if they had good communication, if so on, so on and so forth. And basically it gives you points to your character and
You've got like a commendation
yeah,
score.
accommodation score, basically. That's what you got. Now, the thing with it is that they added accommodations to Guardian ranks, which I think a lot of people did not like. A lot of people thought it was really stupid to have
It's
accommodation.
not a good idea, right? Because like for instance, to get to the next rank from where we were at, all the people who have played the game before, they start at rank 6
Mhm.
as a veteran.
Veteran.
Um, and to get to rank 7, you need to get, what is it, 750 commendation score.
Yep, which
But
is
what
a
that
lot.
does is, it's for one, it's a lot. But
Mm,
for two, it's like people are just spamming commendations just to give them,
just a
and that's
given.
also separate from the fact that there is a pinnacle reward attached to giving
Attached
20
accommodation.
commendations
Exactly.
a
Yep.
week per character. And so people just spam commendations because it's not that they think you were thoughtful or you were fun giving or whatever the fuck some of the commendations
Mm.
are, or you had a
Joybringer.
mastery of Gambit or
Joybringer. Yep.
whatever. It's just that they want to spam it to get the pinnacle reward slash kind of coerce you into
Into
giving them a
giving it to them.
commendation so they get a
Exactly.
score. It
Mhm.
just, the system could be really good. It just
Mm.
is kind of, I don't think it should be intrinsically, I don't think it should be coupled with guardian rank system
No.
or rewards,
It.
because that instantly means that players are always going for the quickest way to get rewards,
Mhm.
which means they're not going to use the systems as Bungie intends them to.
Yep.
And you
And
get in
we saw
situations
that.
like this where
It,
people are cheesing the fuck out of the
yep.
commendation system.
We saw
Nathan,
it.
you
People
even
were
saw
doing
that. We were in, we were doing bloody
last wish.
what's it called? We were doing Last Wish.
Yep.
Literally just all of us just dying to get to the
Mhm.
end screen to give commendations, and it takes like
Yep.
5 seconds
Man
to
had a
give raid
macro set up.
commendations. Like,
Man had a
yeah,
macro set up ready to go, bro. Yeah,
it
no,
was
it's
within
insane.
3 days of the game being out that people
The
found that exploit and were using it, because
Mhm. And the
the
thing
6,000 commendations a lot, which is what you need to
yes,
get all the way to the last
all the way
rank.
to the end.
And
And that's the one thing I did not like about Guardian ranks is that accommodations. Sorry, two things. Accommodations also it resets seasonally, which just makes my wanting to grind of it little to none.
yeah,
I
they
don't
need to
like how
change
it's a
that too.
seasonal. Yeah, it needs
I
to
don't.
be like
Well, to
annual.
be fair, I don't think it's the worst thing if the commendation system wasn't attached to it. You know what I
True.
mean?
They should
Because
have
it's
triumphs attached to
not everything is not everything resets.
it. Mm,
But you will technically always reset to rank 6, because to get to rank 7, there's seasonal stuff attached to it.
yes.
But
What
it
they
should be easier to get there because it'll just be doing the seasonal stuff, not doing like do a Grandmaster Nightfall or do the raid, because you've already done it.
Yeah.
So it
Just
will be easier from season to season, but I agree that I don't think it should necessarily reset.
they should just have, except for combination score attached to Guardian, is Triumph score. I don't know why they don't have Triumph score. Triumph score is
Well,
kind of like
the
the
reason
thing.
they don't do that is because new players would never get to rank 7.
True. That's
Because
a
if
good
it
point.
was like get 20,000 triumph score, that would take them years.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. That's a
Yeah,
good
so
point.
that's why I just think they don't need to have any kind of arbitrary score attached to Guardian ranks.
attached to
I
it.
think it's
Yeah,
enough
true.
to just be do a Legend Lost Sector flawlessly. That's an achievement that a lot of
Yeah.
people wouldn't be able to do necessarily, that they need to learn to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm still really enjoying the expansion. I don't want to leave on a dire note
really fun.
because
Yeah.
like the vast majority of it, as someone who's been playing the game for so long, is
Mhm.
it's excellent. It really is.
Yeah, and I'll quickly say before we go off of it, this door was
One
really
more
funny
point.
because you actually have to
Oh
destroy
yeah,
this door.
the
You have to
door.
destroy this door, and we didn't
He
realize it for
doesn't
about
know
5-10
either.
minutes, and he's not even realizing as well. You got to destroy the door, which they don't say you need to. So yeah, it's
Bro,
like
literally everyone did this on day one.
yeah,
They were like, I
yeah.
don't know what this fucking door
There we
won't
go.
open.
Oh, he shot it.
No, he shot it once, but it didn't do enough damage. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. This is the
there
only.
are some weird Bungie decisions when it comes to like I guess like navigating or
Yeah,
allowing the
it's
team
really
to
funny.
navigate.
There we
Yeah, you
go.
figured it out. You just fucking shoot that shit.
It's really funny.
But yeah,
It's really
that's
funny.
Destiny Lightfall.
It's really
I'm
good.
happy to move on. Happy to
Yeah.
move on. I'm sure Nathan is doubly happy to move on.
Yeah.
I fell asleep. Nice little nap.
And we were quicker than last week, you know? We were quicker.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
Wait, what does that mean? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
like 30 minutes.
alrighty. Do we want to move on to our top 100?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
next
Okay.
thing.
Cool.
Let's keep building the list.
Jamie, we'll start with you. Actually, you know what? No. Nathan, you said you had a game we might not agree with.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'm really curious what this game
I'm
is.
really curious what Nathan's game is.
Go
I'm
ahead,
not
Nathan.
sure. Well, I know
Add it to
Jamie
the
has.
list.
I'm not sure if you've played it, Seto, but it's a game that's been near and dear to my heart since I was very young. I want to put up. And remember, I'm putting on games that had an impact to me in my life, and that is how I'm building my 100, because
Sure.
otherwise it's way too objective and hard to compare games.
Sure.
So
True.
I am putting in Spore from EA.
Interesting.
And wouldn't you know it, it actually rated really well.
You know what? I agree with that. I agree with this game. I think this is a top 100 game. I like this game.
Where do you want to put it?
Oh, at the bottom.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. I was gonna be like, where it is
Yeah.
now, that's a good spot.
Yeah, I think
Spore.
16 is a good spot.
The
I'm
thing
fine
with Spore
it.
though, like obviously very ambitious, but systematically failed, right? Like it just didn't.
At
Like
the
it does have a
time,
good
it was
score
good.
now.
Yeah.
Well, but was it
I mean, it came
I
out a
think-
very long time ago.
2008? Yeah.
Yeah. It came out so long ago that I heard about the game in the newspaper, Jamie.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And
Yeah, see, it does
the
have an
newspaper-
84. It has an 84 on Metacritic.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But how many of these reviews are since it first came out? Like, you know what I mean? Like later in life.
True.
Later by
Well,
date. Here we
none
go.
of them would be, but that's not.
Well,
the point
I mean,
yeah.
they can review them later.
Yeah.
Like on Metacritic, I mean, Ocarina of Time is on Metacritic, but it's just reviews from like 2000 plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like from. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are from 08. That's crazy because I swear.
That's what I'm basing it
maybe
on. I'm
this
basing
is-
it from when I was a kid, because right
Yeah,
now
I
it's
know,
not
I
a
know.
fantastic game.
I mean, from these reviews, it seems like it was. But I
Yeah,
remember.
no,
I don't know why.
right now, comparing it to current games, it's not.
Oh
but back then,
no!
yeah.
I'm saying like back then, I thought it did shit. I thought
No,
it was
no, not
just,
at
I
all.
thought
No,
it just
no,
everyone
that
hated
really
it because
well.
it just didn't work.
No, it was a great game. It's fantastic.
I know it's hard to compare it to current games, but
Jamie,
I was
look,
talking
you need to
about. I thought
understand,
last.
Jamie. You need to understand the game was good, okay?
Apparently, it was. It must be revisionist history that I thought it was dog shit. Like
No,
I thought it came
I-
out and just was not what people wanted it to be.
No, I remember
guess
playing it.
that's not
I
right.
played Sport as well. And I thought it was a good game. I did play it later.
I mean, from
I
these
played it
reviews,
later.
apparently it was.
Yeah, I heard about its release in the newspaper. I remember my dad showed me, and there was a deal they were doing where you could pay $2 for the creature creator disc. So you could go on down to the real estate agent, no, not the real estate, the news agent, and pay $2, and they'd give you the creature creator disc, like a little demo of the game. And that's how I first heard about it.
That's really cool, actually. That's very
Yeah,
cool.
and then I went out and bought the game.
Okay. Well, I would say that's a good choice on the list. Jamie, what is your game?
Oh, you do yours next.
I'll do mine next. So mine, what I this is a game I think Jimmy you played a little bit, but this is a game I really enjoyed. The only sim I really played, I'm actually gonna get Frostpunk onto the list. I think Frostpunk is very, very good. It's a very, very good game. Um, it's there's nothing really much to explain about like with Frostpunk. It is we've talked about before, Jamie. It's a sim
Yeah.
that basically you are surviving in a new ice age as you basically came through, and the game has these very interesting systems where you basically legislate new laws and stuff like that. And you have to go to make sure people survive, and the
It's the
OST.
choices that make it a good game. Like
Uh,
it's there's no good choice.
no, yeah, that's the thing. Is
It's
that
just
like
it's just
the
choosing the least
the
bad one.
the way I like to explain it is that you care so much about trying to save these people by the end of it that you start in your head basically like, this is fine. We can do that. And you basically start making really bad choices, but in your head you're like, but it's for the survival of the people, and it's really good. And the DLCs are also phenomenal. They're set in the past before the Ice Age, and they're set in like different other places of London. Really, really good game. The OST is just phenomenal as well. And the loop of the game is also very, very good. It's
Okay, where do you
overall
want
it's
to
a
put
very
it?
good game. I am fine with above Spore, but that's it. I am fine with that. I'm okay with that. I don't think it's much higher, but I'm okay with that.
I'd put it below Spore.
Really? You think it's below
Damn.
Spore? Do you think it's
Yeah.
below Spore?
I think it's below Spore because Spore was doing something different, and I can appreciate that. I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't even put Frostpunk on the list, but
Really?
that's just me. Yeah, no, I like it. I think it's a good game, but
Have you wait? How far you played through the game
I
though?
played like 4 hours.
Okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah,
But
no,
no,
you.
but I mean, it's not a top 100 game of all time to me at all. So,
Yeah, no, I can understand that. I can understand that. But yeah,
um,
no, it's definitely a game that I think is
I'm happy where it is now,
really good.
but
Yeah. Oh no, it's. I don't think it's gonna be high on the list, but it's definitely a game that where I want it to be on the list.
fair enough.
Hmm?
Uh, I am gonna pick Inside, which I know neither of you have
Inside,
played.
inside. I have
Inside.
not played.
We'll get to it.
I. It's
Listen
it's
out.
this.
It's well, the game is currently $3 on Steam.
It's
You
also
gifted
that
it
is.
to me like
I
a
did
year
give
ago.
it to you. It's
Yeah.
also 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
go up the list a little bit. I want to figure out where I'm gonna put. I mean, there's maybe not that high. I'm gonna put it at number 10 above Elden Ring.
Number 10.
It
Okay.
can move, but I've always said this. I think Inside is the closest I've seen a game get to perfection, where there's literally nothing. There's no bugs. There's no weird design decisions. There's no. It's just. I think it's because it's scoped so perfectly that from start to finish, for the 3 hours that you're playing this game, you're completely immersed. You're intrigued. You're engaged, and I will always remember the end of this game. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's very memorable, um, and it's done with no dialogue, and it's very impressive. And the people who made this game are wizards. So that's all I got to
Cool.
say about Inside. Very very fucking good game.
Mhm.
Yeah. They I mean their game before that was what did they make before Inside?
Limbo, right?
Limbo? Was it
Yeah,
Limbo?
Limbo. Yeah. So
Yeah, it was
like
Limbo. Yeah.
they know how to make the small subtle narrative games,
Mhm.
and I cannot wait to see what they do next because they
Mhm.
haven't released anything since 2015
Mhm.
since Inside. So yeah, Inside
Very good.
deserves to be on the list for sure.
There you
I think it's
go.
good. Yeah,
Some new
I'm fine with that.
additions.
Yeah, no, nothing really much to say. I'm happy with this.
I'm happy with how it is now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay, one more thing. We got one more thing.
I do have one
Um,
more thing.
yeah, Jamie, what's up with you, buddy? What's your one more thing?
Sure. So I can't remember if my one. This might be a duplicate one more thing, but it's something that's had an impact on me this week. Did I talk about the Last of Us TV show as my one more thing at some
I
point?
have you.
I have.
I
Maybe
talk about a bunch
twice.
of TV
No,
shows. Yeah.
No,
definitely
only
once.
once. Only once.
Yeah, definitely.
But that was after the first episode. I specifically want to call out, and I'm not gonna obviously not gonna spoil anything. I want to specifically call out episode 8 of The Last of Us, which happened this week. The best. There will never be a better adaptation of a segment from a video game ever again. From
I
episode 8.
do know exactly what
It
you're talking about. I
is.
watched it as well.
It's
It's
it's actually perfect. Like
Mhm.
they actually nailed it. As a fan of that section of the game in particular,
Mhm.
just fucking wow,
It
dude.
was
Like
yeah.
holy shit,
It
man.
was
This show is just like because as you're watching the show, it's like Joel and Ellie aren't connecting in the same way. The TV show version of Joel and Ellie aren't connecting in the same way that the Joel and Ellie of the game connected.
Mm.
But they're getting to that point in a different way, which is so interesting, right? Because like they have to, because there's not as much combat, there's not as much of you being in Joel's actual person. You're watching it, right? And so they've had to their connection is dependent on their dialogue more so than the action of you being one of the characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fascinating how they've done it, and really, really, like, it just came to a head in episode 8. Like, it's just so good, so good. Some damn good television, you know.
Yep.
And it
I
goes to
agree.
show that the Last of Us story is that good, because
It is that
it can
good.
be adapted to a TV show and be one of the best TV shows narratives ever. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Nathan, you go next because I actually need to grab mine and move it. So you go next.
Apologize if you can hear music. My neighbors have decided to play some really
I can't actually
doghouse.
hear anything.
Okay,
No, you're
good.
good. You're good.
Playing some doghouse shit chill step. I don't even know.
Oh hell
man.
yeah, dude! We love the chill
Yeah.
stuff, man.
This is why it's usually good when we don't do this in the day.
People are asleep.
All right. We talked about this the other day, actually, or maybe it was yesterday. It was last night. Yeah, we talked about this.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
Guitar Hero Live.
Live, yeah.
My one more thing is the live controller.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly,
really
you know,
cool.
that has come a long way. The controller has come a long way from how the colored buttons on the old school.
It really
That
has.
looks like
It looks good.
if you squint, it could be an actual
Yeah.
guitar. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you
And-
wouldn't from a distance.
For those who don't know, this is normally Guitar Hero is like, 5 colored buttons. For this one, they changed it up and they went 2 rows of 3. So when you can make like chords with it and stuff like that. And
Very
like,
smart decision. Yeah.
Yeah, very smart.
And it plays really well. It does it's a way bigger learning curve, obviously, but it's really satisfying compared to old ones. And the game itself has a lot of smart design decisions that I won't go into. But
I wonder why it failed.
Controller.
You know, like because it didn't do well, but I don't know why it didn't do well. Because like Guitar
I don't
Hero
know.
was the biggest thing, and then it just like they announced Guitar Hero Live, and maybe it wasn't advertised right. Marketing was low. I'm not sure, but it just like
Well, Guitar Hero
It is
Pros
very
still play the
strange.
old ones. I feel like they just couldn't.
well,
get past
yeah, but that's
the
because they
buttons.
can do like the crazy. Like I feel like you can't do what's that one song that someone only recently finally did perfect
Yeah.
on the highest difficulty. Like you probably can't do that on the new.
Yeah, this one's way
controller.
more difficult.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, interesting. It's interesting that it didn't pop off,
Mhm.
and it kind of was the end of that, right? Like,
I don't think they've done anything since. Yeah.
no Rock Band either.
No.
So that
It
era's
just died.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
That's
the
fair.
I had the drums, man. I had
It
I
was
didn't
so
have Rock Band.
Dog shit, dude.
It was the Guitar Hero version of it was Band Hero.
Yeah, Band Hero.
Band
Hero, that's
Hero.
right, yeah.
Bro, that was dog. That
Remember
was
Band
so bad.
Hero like on the Wii, and you just have to like plug in the Wii
Yeah, you had to
into
plug
it
it.
and
Yeah, you
shove it in.
plug it into it. Yeah.
I had dude, you know what was really good? DJ Hero.
Yeah, I've
DJ
actually
Hero
got
actually
that.
popped off.
Maybe I'll bring that to a one more thing at some
Oh.
point.
Hell yeah, yeah.
got
I
it.
would
Very
love
good.
to talk about DJ Hero because that was
Yeah.
a fantastic,
In a box
fantastic
somewhere.
game.
Mhm.
All right, what's your one more thing, Seto? Oh,
So
you,
I've
you
talked-
already, hold on. Do you have any more,
Yeah.
more to say about Guitar
Oh, yeah.
Hero
No, no,
Live? Okay,
No,
good.
that's it.
So I've already done Legos. I'm gonna do another Lego.
Again, what? To be fair, I just duplicated my one more thing. So yeah, anything's fair
Yeah.
game.
This one's a different one. This is a much bigger one that I have. This is the Ultimate
Christ.
Collector's Edition
Bro.
Superstar Destroyer.
I'm secretly hoping he drops it. That would be great content, but
So
How
there
much
are
is that like $700?
much more than that.
more than
Yeah.
that, Jesus.
So when I bought this, this was 1,000, and it's an older version of it. So now it's up to like $1,300 now. This is I think about 500 to 700 pieces. You can see the rows on the top. I'm gonna hold it like this. This top it actually comes off, and there's an entire like desk on the inside in here.
Hell yeah.
And basically it's all customizable to itself. There's also a Star Destroyer that basically hooks onto the side and sits on it. But yeah, this is the Ultimate Collector Superstar Destroyer.
I looked it up, and this is what I found.
What is that? Wait, what is that? Hold on, I want to put it back, and then I'll take a look.
It's
at
the
it.
Superstar
Put it on-
Destroyer.
Put it on your shared screen.
Oh, yeah, okay, hold on.
Let me put it back. But yeah, this is an older. That might be the newer edition.
Yo, Seto, you got ripped off, man.
Dude, I got
Bro,
ripped off.
Popping,
Dude,
man.
dude, I got
Hell
ripped
yeah.
off. Holy.
$34.40.
Dude, how many pieces is that? How many pieces was that?
I think
3.
2. Nah, it's at least 10 pieces, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, no, that is one of
big.
the ultimate collections. Yeah, it's big. It's a big like that's not even the biggest one I have. Eventually, I'll bring out the Millennium Falcon. That is one I'm gonna need to be careful with taking out.
There is a
because that-
Star Destroyer one too, right?
I have that one as well. Yes.
Right. Man's making the whole fucking Imperial fleet
Yeah,
over here.
dude, I'm making all of it. Yeah, no, I'll probably over time I'll show all of them. But yeah, I have a lot of them, and I'll slowly show them over time. But yeah, that is my last one more thing, and I think that's everything, right? That's all of it. I think
That
that's
is everything.
It's the episode.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
that
episode.
is the episode. Well,
Close the case.
yes, very good. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening in. It was a good episode today. I enjoyed it. I think it was a little more chill than
fun.
the other ones, but yeah. Yeah, no, I think it was good. But yeah, we will see you all next week for episode 9, and hopefully a little more news, and maybe hopefully we get some here from Suicide Squad, and maybe hopefully it actually comes out. But yeah.
And it won't just be Destiny, you know?
Yeah, it won't just be
Surely
Destiny. Yeah,
Surely
hopefully not.
Big
Hopefully
surely.
not. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see. But yeah, we will see you all next week for episode 9. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.